a Monday. Make it loud if you know what that means. It's fucking Legroom. Make it loud for Legroom. Coming up to the stage right now, one of the hosts. You know him, you love him. The Florida man himself, Peter Murphy.
Can I get a little juice in here? Thank you for the juice. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Legroom. Every Monday, 10 o'clock. You see drop-in comedians and featured comedians perform right here on this stage. I'm one of your hosts. My name's Peter. Give it up for Amanda in the back. She's the other host. You'll hear from her a little later. If you need to use the restroom, go in here or outside on the street. Honestly, it doesn't matter. If you need to have a drink or need to be refreshed, give it up for James Demon in the back. He's working the bar. That's what I'm talking about. It's good. It's one of those nights. It's one of those summer nights that's like, it's just like a silly night. You know what I mean? It just feels like one of those silly nights. It just feels like one of those silly nights. I like to, people come in gradually, this first spot is like the thankless spot. People are like, oh, the show started, okay, great. They start on time, that's crazy. So people will shuffle in exactly like this gentleman right here, like that gentleman right there. Forrest, good to see you. Hope you're ready to perform. As everyone's shuffling in, I want to ask a quick question of the audience. I like to do this. We like to do like tips or life hacks. Do you have, was it Ben?
Me?
Yeah. Do you have like a life hack that like you swear by, or like so a little secret that like makes life easier?
Love coffee.
You love coffee, yeah.
Coffee, yeah. I don't want to try to quit coffee. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You're not going to quit coffee.
No.
Your life hack is coffee.
Yeah, constant coffee.
And coffee makes your life easier.
Yeah.
All right, tell me how you prepare the coffee. Tell me how it goes.
I got a ton of different ways.
Ton of different ways. What's the best way for you?
I love a good pour over.
Pour over. Okay, and you have time for that.
I make time for it.
You make time for it. You wake up a little early. Sometimes my pillow just feels a little warmer than that cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying? Feels a little warmer. Also, I have a girlfriend now. Yeah. All right. We did it. We did it. We did it, baby. USA. That's why I want your vote. I've got a girlfriend and I know what to do with her. We will have sex not because it is easy, but because she just got over her period. Because I am hard. No, she's got to like it too. She's got to also like it too. Yeah. That's why. Yeah, exactly. That's advice number one. If you're going for advice and you want a girlfriend and you want to have sex with her, just see if she wants to first. That's the first thing. But yeah, I don't always. Yes, consent. Hey, what was I saying? It's one of those silly nights, man. It's just one of those silly fucking nights. Great. Yeah, I was saying. Sometimes my arm is trapped and I can't wake up early enough, and then it's asleep, etc. The best, so your advice is have coffee. Mo, in the front here, do you have like a life hack or a piece of advice, best advice that you've gotten in your life that you want to share with everybody? Yeah. Best advice or a life hack. Like, honestly, while you're thinking about it, here's a life hack, and I trust everybody in this room. After 6 o'clock, you can park at those yellow spots for free. Everybody, some people know that. Some people are like, ooh, I don't know about that. After 6 p.m. any day, you can park at the yellow spot, like a yellow curb, for free. Boom. Now you know. Now you know. 1 second. Yeah, I know. Thank you. Mo, what's your life hack?
If you're going to do anything, just keep committing to it. And unless you fucking fail.
Yeah.
Was it like 5 times? Try it five more times until you fail?
Yeah. Mo's saying you only fail if you quit, right?
Yeah.
You only fail if you quit. That's beautiful. Thanks, Coach Mo. Coach Mo. What were you about to say? Do you have a life hack or a piece of advice?
No, I had a question.
Okay, you have a question. Right, that's why you raised your hand. Yeah.
Until when can you park there?
Okay, so right. Forget about what Mo said. Mo, forget your inspiration.
We want to know about parking.
Okay, so at 6 o'clock on the dot, up until whenever the meters start to blink red or green again, you can park there. So essentially, 6 p.m. until 8 a.m. the next day, or whenever the meters are on. That's it. That's it. You can take that, bring it with you, go nuts, pass that along.
You can get if you go to 7-Eleven and you fill up a small coffee, if you down it real quick, you can fill it up again and get 2 coffees.
There you go. No, they're not paying attention. The coffee is endless. Yeah, dude. Looking at Demon right now. Demon is awake all hours, so I wouldn't be surprised if he just puts his head right under the coffee faucet and just takes it straight in, because he can deal with that type of heat. The best advice that I ever got came from my dad, and he said, Peter, be confident. He said, always, yeah, exactly. He said, always be confident. No matter what you do, be confident. Then he left my family confidently. It was like we were in an escape room, and he solved all the clues by himself. And then he locked the door behind him. My mom was like, that's confidence. But that's one of those interesting things that people say, like, hey, you should be confident. Like, oh, I'm getting ready for this job interview. What do you think? Well, just walk in there confidently. And the thing that people are critical of, it's like, oh, you weren't confident enough. That's why you didn't get that job. That's why that girl didn't give you her phone number. That's why, James Demon didn't let you touch his beard.
Nobody touches the beard.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But you weren't confident enough. Or people are critical about people being too confident. Oh, he's too confident. He's way too confident. And I think confidence is like sriracha. There's either not enough or too much. Mo, is there ever too much? Is there ever too much sriracha?
No, dude.
Mo's saying there's never too much sriracha, and that is well, oh God, what was the thing? It's that's toxic masculinity. Man, if see how I'm working this bit? You see how I would have been 2 beats faster if this is the 3rd time doing it? Yeah, confidence, yeah. You know who's most confident? Cheaters, people that cheat. People that cheat are confident. They're like, I can get away with this. No, you can't. There's there's red receipts on your phone. There's tracking on your phone, where you can see where you are location-wise. Can you tell what type of relationship I'm in? And to have the confidence to cheat, you gotta be too confident. You gotta be crazy confident, because also there's no reward. It's just the sex. It's the thrill of the sex, right? Because you can't talk about it. Sorry, we just played the beginning part of Thriller. I'll save that for this year's roast.
Oh my God.
And so, yeah, cheating is the one exciting thing you can do that nobody likes. Nobody likes a cheater, but it's the one exciting thing that you can do where, like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm getting away with this. You can't get away with it. Cheating's the one thrilling thing you can do that you can't ever talk about. It's like the reverse vegan. It's like an opposite of a vegan. And, like, you can't talk about it at all. It's like, what'd you do over the weekend, Steve? Oh, man, went on this beautiful hike. Saw some amazing things. Met a dog. Cool. Michael, what'd you do this weekend? Oh, man, I took this trip up the coast. Saw some beautiful sights. Met this awesome girl. Trevor, what'd you do? Nothing. I didn't do nothing. I didn't see nothing. Trevor cheated, man. Can't talk about it. I was so confident. And like, the older you get, when you're young, confidence is really just stupidity. But the older you get, confidence equals stupidity plus maturity. Stupidity plus maturity equals confidence. The person that jumps off a roof into a pool, nobody says, wow, that guy's really confident. You said, that guy's stupid. And I was once so stupid that I thought I could help my friend find out if his girlfriend was cheating on him by cheating with his girlfriend. And that's gonna have to be I'm gonna tell this joke in installments, and man, next week I'm gonna hit that punch so hard. We have a fantastic show coming up. Comedians doing 10 minutes. Amanda's on deck, but coming to the stage right now, make it loud for the very funny Forrest Wheeler.
Peter's got a girlfriend he's gonna cheat on. Isn't that fun, guys? Isn't that so fun for Peter? All right, how many of you guys have been in a text fight?
Hell yeah.
Who's been in a text fight, for real? Like a real like slug match fucking text fight. Like we're going at it all day. Like it's distracting you from your work, your job. No, for real. Like fucking for real fight. Like, okay, I was in one today. It was a nightmare. I think text fights are the only thing that make me wish we still use carrier pigeons. For real, because it would be very hard to send 10 carrier pigeons at the same time and get them all to arrive in the order that you want. You know, you might get one carrier pigeon that's like, fuck you, you bitch, and then the next one's like, come over. And you're like, which one of these do I listen to? They were both flying here. They were both on their way. Not come over, because it's going to take 6 months by boat, but see what happened there is that we were still in pigeon times. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. That shit is brutal. I don't think I can do the kind of text fighting anymore. And she brought up my little sister, which is like insane. Like, how are you going to bring up my little sister? I love my little sister to death. I'd kill everybody in this room for my little sister. Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, I absolutely would. And, you know, she's, I think it's because she, like, has struggled a lot. You know, like, she has learning disabilities. She's kind of disabled. So my name's Forrest, but we say she got the gump. Yeah. Thank you. That's a phenomenal joke, and she likes it. All right. She likes that joke. But yeah, I mean, the reason that I want to talk about her is because I found out that she has to go in every 2 years to a doctor and get retested for her disabilities. So like, imagine like every year she has to go in and the doctor's like, "Yep, still disabled." Like, what in the world? We don't do that with any other disabilities, you know? Like, imagine if like a guy in a wheelchair comes into the office and the guy's like, "Nope, still broken. All right, we gotta keep moving." I just don't know. Is Stevie Wonder getting a bottle tossed at his dome every year? I don't think it's happening. I don't think that's what's going on, and we're not treating her well. But I don't think we know how to do really a lot right now. I'm gonna take a quick poll. How do you guys feel? Thumbs up, thumbs down about the world next 20 years?
Thumbs down.
Awesome.
Down. No side votes. What are you, third party? Fucking put it down. Two
I
thumbs
vote.
up. That's how Biden
I
won.
vote.
All right, we need to keep. All right, so it's mostly down. It's mostly down. How do you feel about this country next 20 years? Okay, we got mostly down. We got a down in the bag. Mostly down, but this is actually a pretty confident room about the country. You guys vote Trump or what's going on? No, I mean, it's like, okay, but now, watch this. Mo, how do you feel about your personal life the next 20 years?
Fucking going up.
Yeah, way up, right? Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, this is my point though. We've all lost our fucking minds, okay? This is my point. Everybody's mentality right now is like, yeah, the ozone's burning, we're gonna have a civil war, but my Etsy business, going to the moon. Like, no, it's a sickness. It's not like a thing to celebrate. We're losing it a little bit. And I think that's because it's all been like personalized to us. You're like, how can there be a problem? I get ads for anal beads. How can there be an issue in the world when I'm getting ads for my anal beads? I don't think that's possible. Not that I'm like a paragon of truth, you know. Like I don't know everything. I get angry when people call me and tell me they almost got in a car accident. Sounds like we almost needed to have this conversation. You know, I'm not the bravest, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I think the country's a little bit fucked, and the world is a little bit fucked. But everybody's just like, I'm gonna be fine, and that's weird. It's weird. That's weird, dude. I don't understand what's going on. Everybody's just looking at me like, yeah, so. I'm like, yo, it's weird. It's fucking. All right. It's weird, dude. I don't know. Things seem like they've changed. I was at a diner, and I asked this woman at the thing, I was like, hey, can I get a root beer float? She's like, we actually don't have that. I said, do you have root beer? She said, yeah. I said, do you have vanilla ice cream? She said, yeah. I said, then guess what, bitch? You actually do have a root beer float. Just fucking mix those two together, and you got it. And she's like, I can't do that. It's not on the menu. I was like, do you remember we used to love each other in this country? Do you remember? Like, do you remember Woodstock? I don't, but you must, you old bitch. I mean, what the fuck is going on? We don't love each other anymore. I don't know. We're just text fighting. And the younger generation is even more fucked. Like anybody, I know I look young, I'm 29, but I talk to the younger generation. I'm like, how do you guys deal with all this stress? And he goes, oh, it's just vape to phone, vape to phone, vape to phone. I was like, that seems healthy. That seems good. That seems like we're doing fine, right? I quit vaping. I did. Thank you. Yes, I'm a hero. Thank you. I just didn't want pineapple orange flavored cancer. I don't know what that's gonna. I just don't want to have to explain that to a doctor when he's like, no, it was blueberry. You don't get it. I don't think. Anyway. But the way I quit by using nicotine gum. I don't know if anybody's ever tried that, but it's a little bit like if you tried to quit sex, and then somebody gave you gum. Yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough. I talk to people that'll be like, can you try 2 pieces? Fuck you, 2 pieces. How about that? Fuck you in your whole life. I don't know. I wish I had more of like I hate that I don't have a point to that, like the world and the country and like me, you know? Like I hate that I don't have like a solution for you guys. I wish that I could be like, let's all go to Build-A-Bear and love each other, but like I don't have that yet. I'll find it. I'll figure it out. I was thinking about this the other day. Has anybody ever played Cower and Feel Alone?
Yes.
Okay, all right. One guy. That's what I used to call hide and seek. That is what I used to call hide and seek, cower and feel alone. Because if I was it in hide and seek, I would just be walking around like, all right, guys, this is enough. Come out, you know. It's enough. All right, I'm pretty alone right now. I miss you guys. But if I wasn't it, that was even worse. Okay, I would always pick the scariest place to hide. I swear. Behind the couch, terrifying. Under the table, so scary. With my dad, the worst. I don't know. That's a little hide and seek joke. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this girl. What would you do? How do you get out of a text fight? Anybody? Any advice? Get out of a text fight?
Stop texting.
That's definitely not an option. So
Block the contact.
Call her.
Temporarily.
calling is a good idea. I think. This guy says no. Why is it not? That's weird. Oh wait, why not trust him? Do you guys have beef? What's going on? Did you get in a text fight?
I wouldn't listen to anyone's dating advice in this room.
Whoa, but Peter has a girlfriend. What are you talking about? But Peter. All right. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. The country, the world seems fucked. Here's why I think the world seems fucked. Nobody wants to have kids anymore. I want to have kids. But other people don't want to have kids, like especially young women. Yeah, you're right. You don't want to have kids. Or
No,
you
I do.
You do. Fuck yeah.
For having kids.
Fuck yeah. Awesome. Yeah, man.
Love connection.
Yeah. Well,
Not a girlfriend.
no, I don't. No, I don't. I have a problem, is what I have. I have a very angry problem. God, it's a good version of cocaine dating women under 25. It is. It's a good version. But no, I just think like the kids thing, we need better parents, you know? Because I don't know if you guys remember when this came out, with like Kyrie said some stuff about Jewish people, and then people were like, oh my God, my kids are gonna grow up to hate Jews. I was like, because of Kyrie Irving? What? Like you should be able to be a parent, you know? You should be able to be like, yeah, he's an idiot, but do you see how he hesitates before the jump shot? It's beautiful, you know? Teach him. And then people, or Kanye. Kanye says crazy shit. It's like, oh my God, my kid looked up to Kanye. Well, they were fucked anyway. They looked up to Kanye? Are you serious? What? A mentally ill, like, genius? They looked up to him? They're like, yeah, who do you think my kid should look up to? You!
Yeah.
They should look up to you idiot! Jesus Christ. But they don't, because you're a moron. But anyway, this has been a very fun set. I've had a lot of good times. I hope you all have had good times. This has been great for me. I needed to come up here. I needed to yell a little bit and just kind of get it all out there. I don't know if I have anything short for you guys. All right, I'll do a short little dumb thing and then I'm out. I kind of want to be a real estate agent and a demolitions expert, so I can show somebody a house and be like, "You like this?" They're like, "No," and I'm like, "Me? Neither." Let's blow it up. I've been Forrest Wheeler. Thank you guys. Goodbye.
Keep it going, Forrest Wheeler. And now, welcome to your stage, your other host, Amanda
Keep it going for leg room, everybody. Keep it going. Keep it going. All right. So the rule for the show is, anytime you want a music break, just mention that Peter has a girlfriend. Yes, that's right. No bombing tonight. We're gonna call for music. That's right. That's right. Joke's not working. Peter has a girlfriend. Yeah. politics. Let's do it. There's an election next year. Okay. Do you guys want to talk about politics for a second? I feel like we're not involved in politics. Politics just happens to us. Do you know what I mean? Voting, it's like getting hit on by a dude at a bar. You just quickly have to decide whether you like this man or not. Like, it's just, that's all it is. I think, to be honest with you, if we had a reality TV show about the Supreme Court justices, would we watch it? And would we vote? Clap yes, clap for no. All right, so we're fucked either way. That's fine. That's fine. Does it bother anybody that we have more options for alternative milks than we do for presidential candidates? Like, as a white woman, I am the alternative milk expert, okay? Like, I went to a cafe with a new friend that I was like, she's not gonna make the cut. And she's asking if they have hemp milk. How fucking far down the roster is hemp milk? The guy's like, no. She's like, what do you have? And he's like, bitch, we got oat, almond, soy, coconut. Brenda's breastfeeding in the back. What do you want? We don't have hemp milk. But yeah, when it comes to voting, we're totally fine with just chocolate and vanilla. We're fine with that. Let's be honest. In this country, vanilla, okay? Like, that's all it is. Do we have any Californians in the house? Any native Californians? Yes. We were raised to believe that we were the best state in the union because we provided the food for everybody. Does anyone else grow up with that drilled into your brainsicle? So it would just bother me when I would see like a really bigoted senator like drinking a coffee. I'm like, fuck you. Bet you used milk from my happy California cows. You fucking racist. I think that if I were to be elected for office, I would cut off all pretty and organic produce to the South. That would be, politically, I am not conservative. Politically, I am not Republican. Politically, I am petty. Fuck you, okay? I want to give them all the, like, mangled, like, fucked up carrots. You know what I mean? Like, the imperfect produce. And then it's like, yeah, why don't you try praying it straight, you bitch? Like, fucking try that. Forrest, you were talking about movies, maybe? I don't know. I was thinking of my set when you were talking. I had a really weird upbringing. If you guys don't know, my nickname growing up was Piglet. Thank you. Not because I was fat. Don't like how you laughed at that, Mo. No, because both of my parents were cops. Thank you. Okay, you want to, what was that like? You ever see Training Day? There you go. Here's a little window into my life. I watched Mary Poppins for the first time when I was 30 years old. Do you know what I watched growing up? Red Dawn, okay? Yeah. You guys are playing with your imagination. I'm playing with infrared scopes, okay? Like, we are not built the same. My dad likes scary movies. Does anyone here like scary movies? Yeah. Fuck yeah! Who doesn't like scary movies? Oh man, it's crazy that you don't like scary movies when it's just like a box that contains lights and sounds, like freaks you out. Like, you're just like, oh no, this one is being a little too loud. You could just turn it off. It's fine. You still have master over your domain. It's just, we used to play a game because my mom would be like, these movies are too scary. You can't let her watch it. My dad's like, no, we play a game. The game is called What Did She Do Wrong? And anytime someone was about to get murdered, my dad would pause it and go, all right, Amanda. What did she do wrong? And the answer is always underage drinking. That's always what it is. Any movie is just like premarital sex and you will get stabbed. I was like, good to know. Fantastic. Good to know. Do you guys remember, I'm going to age myself a little bit. Do you remember Christmas morning, back when it was ABC Family? 24 hours of a Christmas Story? Do you guys remember that? On TNT. No, it was ABC Family. Oh, was it TBS?
Yeah, it's TBS now.
Before they rebranded to Freeform, when they were like, we love the gays. No, you don't. Shut up. Shut up. My parents would never let me watch A Christmas Story, and I found out later it's just because they didn't think it was funny. That was like the only reason. And I had an appendectomy before Christmas, and I was home with internal stitches, and they were like, all right, don't laugh, don't cough, don't sneeze, don't shit, don't do anything. And that was the first time I ever watched A Christmas Story. Have you guys seen it? When that little motherfucker shows up in those little like pink bunny pajamas. I laughed so hard I ripped all of my stitches open. Oh yeah, I passed out on the toilet just like Elvis, baby. Fuck yes. And all the nurses are like, what did you do? And I was like, have you ever seen A Christmas Story? And then my parents were like, that's exactly why we wouldn't let you watch it. Now we're gonna watch all the Halloween trilogy just to get you ready for life. It's insane. My dad is, he's a retired Army officer. He was law enforcement. He will literally only watch a movie if a gun is on the cover. Do you know, like I'm like printing out pictures and like cutting them out. I'm like, no, High School Musical 3, look at the cover. I'm just gluing pictures of guns on there. He's like, all right, I guess if this one's edgier, let's do it. I'm like, yeah, High School Musical, Reloaded, let's do it. Let's fucking go. Does anyone have any veterans in their lives? Anyone in your life that was in the military? Yeah. Just a very sad clap in the back. Okay, veterans, they love violence, but they also love classic musicals. I don't know if you've noticed this. That's only funny to some of you, but it's so true. They'll be like, Black Hawk Down, but if you throw on West Side Story, I wouldn't be mad. Like, what? I spent a whole Saturday helping my dad set up the surround sound, and I was like, okay, the first movie we're gonna watch, what's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Transformers back when that was cool? He's like, nah, get Phantom of the Opera. I'm like, who are you? What has PTSD done to your brain? PTSD is hilarious. Do you guys remember before Disneyland? It's hilarious. Do you guys remember before Disneyland served alcohol on the park? Do you guys remember that? No? Okay, that's fine. Do you guys know they used to not serve alcohol in the park? Clap if you acknowledge that. When my dad got back from Afghanistan, all he wanted to do was go to Disneyland. And we're walking around, and he walks up to someone and is like, excuse me, do you know where I can get a beer around here? And this little crew member, you know, with their pants like hiked up to here, you know? And they're just like, sir, they don't serve alcohol in the park. My dad rips off his fanny pack and goes, this is the country I fought for! And then just like, he just like walked down to the House of Blues. You ever see your dad caught in the middle distance while drinking a beer? I swear to God, if that doesn't explain every joke you've ever heard me tell on this stage, I don't know. I don't know. I'll leave you with this. I am pansexual. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, that just means if I want to hook up with someone, I just pan the room until I find, hey, what do you got? Let's go. And I graduated to pan because I dated a trans guy once. I know, I'm very unique. No, but he was a fucking obnoxious prick. Like he was. You ever sit across the table from a guy that orders for you on the first date? Yeah, like you don't know me well enough to know my order. And I was like, this is gonna sound really weird, but for a guy with no penis, you're a huge fucking dick. Thank you guys, that's my time. Are you guys ready for your next comic? That was ass. Are you guys ready for your next comic? You've seen her at the Hollywood Improv, her show, The Hilarious Habibis. Make it loud for the very funny Gina B. Jones.
Going for Amanda Fritz. Damn, dude, that thing about the musicals is wild. Did you know, this is a true fact, did you know that Donald Trump's favorite thing in the world is Phantom of the Opera? I'm 100% serious. You can Google it. He did a bunch of interviews where he's talking about how much he loves Andrew Lloyd Webber. Like, I'm shook. It's real, dude. Oh my God, your dad's onto something. I feel it. I do. How are you guys doing? Are you guys good? This is like a nice, cozy setup. I feel good to be here. It's actually weird. I was not doing stand-up for like a month. I had surgery. I sold my eggs to a single gay man. Okay, you're welcome. He's having children. Super exciting. I made a lot of money. I made $15,000. It's good. Yeah, I'm so happy about it. It was really nice. Like it was anonymous, so like he doesn't know who I am. I don't know who he is. But then it just got me thinking. When he picked my profile for the egg donor, he saw like dozens and dozens of pictures of me. So I can never be on TV, you guys. Like I can never get famous, or else it's over. It's over. That won't happen, actually. I think what'll actually happen is, like, he'll just be scrolling on TikTok or something, and he'll see my face doing something really stupid. And then he'll be like, that's the mother of my children. That's her. He'll just see me online going, girl dinner. He'll be like, what did I do? What did I do? It's good to be back though. I've been posting a lot of clips online, and I realized the only fans I've ever gotten from my comedy are girls who are 13 to 19 years old who have mental illness. Like, it's all just like high schoolers with neurodivergent in their bio. I don't know why. I did a show for high school students the other week, and it was the best set I've ever done. It was the hardest I've ever crushed. I don't know why. I think it's because like they related to me. I also have the stature of a 14-year-old girl. Like they just saw themselves in me. But I don't know, guys. What can I say? You know, all my fans are teenage girls. Call me Crystalia. All right, I had to. Some of the men in the audience are mad at me. Oh my gosh, I had to do it. This feels like the right crowd to ask. Did anyone here go to the West Hollywood LGBT Short Film Festival?
What?
No? It's a bunch of raging homophobes. Cool. I went to this short film festival with my boyfriend, actually. We saw a bunch of gay short films, and what we were not expecting was that the final movie in the series was quite literally a 30-minute artistically directed, meticulously crafted graphic pornography of two men having penetrative anal sex. Hello! Yeah, it was 30 whole minutes. 30 whole minutes, H-O-L-E. It's a butthole joke, cool. Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio was really good in the short film, you guys. He was excellent. No, I'm just kidding. There were like 300 people sitting in this theater just watching this in silence, and I shit you not, the guy sitting in the row in front of me, he pointed to one of the men in the porn film, and he was like, I went to middle school with that guy. Just trying to support his friend, very LA. And then, one woman brought her dog, and her dog wouldn't stop like barking at the screen the entire time. It was like, row, row. Such an insane experience. When we left the theater, though, I told my boyfriend, I was like, wow, that was a lot. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. And then my boyfriend goes, no, I actually applaud the filmmakers for the bold choice. And I think they're really challenging the parameters of what a short film means. And, like, the piece was sort of an erotic exercise to demystify sex between two men. Yeah, and that's when I understood that my boyfriend is gay. You are gay, sir. Then I just asked him, I was like, are you one of Leo DiCaprio's bottoms? Like, what's going on here? We're moving past it, though. Me and him, we actually have our dating anniversary on 9/11. True story. Some people think that's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing, because, you know, we never forget it. So it's very convenient. Yeah, it was hack. It's a hacky joke. I had to do it. I asked ChatGPT to write me a different punchline for that joke, you guys, and this is what it said. It said, I'm sorry, but I do not understand how a tragic event like the 9/11 terrorist attacks could be considered funny in any way. It resulted in the loss of thousands of lives. It's important to consider it a solemn and significant date. I'm like, okay, like who wrote the code for ChatGPT? Like the George W. Bush administration? Like, let's calm down. So then I replied to it. I was like, I'm sorry, ChatGPT. It's just like, I'm a stand-up comedian and sometimes my jokes suck ass. Can you help? And then it said, I would not recommend making jokes about the September 11th tragedy. It may be more appropriate to focus on the positive aspects of your relationship. On your anniversary, celebrate your love and connection in a respectful and sensitive manner. And it's just like such a shame, you know, because usually on our anniversary, my boyfriend and I, we like to go to a really nice fish restaurant and we order 2 seafood towers. So that only works in this room. Like, I had to do it for you guys because, you know, this is Third Wheel. And all right, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
Keep it going for Gina. On deck is Beth Greenman, but coming to the stage right now, make it loud for Jeffrey Reyes Jr.
What's up, guys? What's up? Special shout out out to my nigga in the corner eating a whole passion fruit. Yeah. Jesus, bro. Or is that the biggest tangerine ever? This nigga's got an 8-pound tangerine in his hands, bro. It's fucking creepy. So, anyway, I want to go back to like something Forrest said. Stop letting your kids look up to like athletes. That shit is silly, bro. Like Ja Morant's in trouble because he had a gun on Instagram. I don't know if you know how old Ja Morant is, but all the music he listens to starts off with bang, 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 bang. Grrrr. Like that's all he hears on a daily basis. Guns are fun to him. When I was fucking 20, guns were fun as shit, bro. Like, and honestly, you can't be mad at him for just having a gun on Instagram. And like, oh, my kids should be looking up to him. My kids, he's a hero to my kids. Like, yo, you are 5'11" and white. Ja Morant is a 6'4", 40-inch vertical having dreadlock wearing black dude. If your kid is aspiring to be him, your kid's dumb. Dumb, no future at all, bro. Your kid should be looking up to accountants and Starbucks baristas. Like, it's, why the fuck does he give a shit what Ja Morant is doing? Other shitty things you can't be doing. Don't call yourself a dog mom. Don't do it. Shit is gross. I hate it. Don't call your pets your fur babies. Right? Shit is disgusting. One, because you didn't give birth to a dog, bitch. Like, you didn't do that. Like, your cum doesn't make cats, bro. Like, cut it out. Stop that. Right? Especially because, like, you're not a dog mom, right? You're not a cat dad, right? You're a cat owner. You're a dog owner. Can you imagine how different slavery would have been if 300 years ago white women was running around like, I'm a slave mom. I'm a slave mom. Oh my God, you need to come over and see my new chain baby. It's so cute. The place we picked him up from, they said his name was Kunta, but we looked at his face, we were like, no, he's such a Toby. He's such a Toby. Oh my God. Can't you tell? It's disgusting. It's so, like the way people talk about shit, it's they don't respect Black history. Nobody respects Black history. We watch it get made and we don't care, right? And they respect everybody else's problems, right? Like, if you're a Holocaust denier, people will tear you a new one on Facebook. You fucking idiot. You're gonna act like this didn't happen, yeah. And it's like, yeah, denying the Holocaust is bad, right? It's like, oh, the Holocaust is this terrible thing that definitely happened. And to say it didn't happen makes you an asshole, right? But in America, we have this thing where people reenact the Civil War. Yeah. Like Holocaust denial is bad. Like, oh my God, this thing didn't happen. But Civil War reenactors get together and plot ways they could have won the Civil War, right? Like they reenact the fight and then pause. This is where he fucked up. If he had known he was coming over the hill, we would have fucking got him. Like and that's the thing they do yearly, bro. Like every year they get together, the kids get together. Oh my God, put on their little hats. It's disgusting. White people suck. But like, not like white people now-ish, but like white people as a essence, like the essence that is white, right? Like I used to hate, like growing up, I'd be like, man, that shit is so white, and then people are like, what's white about it? It's corny, and that's what. It's corny, that's why it's white. What does it mean to be black? To be cool. If it's black, it's cool. If it's white, it's corny. What the fuck you? Oh, it's because it's black, it's a hood, and you're cool. You're like, yeah, bro. Like, tell me something black that's not fun, bro. Fried chicken, fun. Watermelon, awesome. Kobe Bryant, cool. Except in Utah. And what is Utah? Corny, right? So fuck them. Don't care, bro. Oh my God. Jeffrey's so racist. So what? It's a bunch of taco trucks I can't go back to. First of all, I'm over it. Mexicans stop wearing cowboy hats. This shit is confusing. I don't like it, bro. Like I'm at a taco truck and there's like a Mexican dude in a cowboy hat, and I'm like, when the hell? Like I turn to my friend, like, when did Mexican guys start wearing cowboy hats? But I said it too loud because apparently I don't know how whispering works. And the dude is like, we've been wearing them for centuries. This is part of our culture, right? Zapped his head, culture. I'm like, oh, my bad. I always thought like cowboys and Indians were like enemies. He's like, I'm not fucking Indian, you asshole. I was like, oh, my bad, my bad. I thought cowboys and Native Americans were like enemies. He's like, Native American? I'm Mexican, bro. I'm like, what's the difference? He's like, well, first of all, we speak Spanish. I'm like, yeah, but you're not supposed to. You know, like that's. I speak English, and you don't see me running around in like knickerbockers and a bearskin hat like I'm a palace guard, bro. Like that's silly. Needless to say, I can't go back to that truck anymore. I decided I wanted to start calling white people snow niggers. They didn't like that. Then like somebody was like, I had a conversation about like Eskimos, right? Apparently Eskimos not a word you're supposed to say, like they're Inuits or whatever. And I'm like, well, first of all, you're lucky I don't call them snow Mexicans, bro. Like that's. First of all, igloo and a pueblo is the same thing. One just uses ice and one just uses rocks. It's the same shit. Don't play with me, man. It's hated. Moon cricket's one of my favorite racial slurs. Yeah, white people got excited. Moon cricket. Yeah, moon cricket is like as creative as white people is ever gonna get. Like, so what it was is like back during like slavery times, black people can only talk at night, right? So like white people would be in bed and they would hear the slaves talking and they'd be like, oh, the fucking moon crickets, right? Because nighttime and chirping. Like, oh, that's pretty creative, right? That's pretty good. My other favorite racial slur is redskin, because if you put it on a shirt, you can actually charge extra for it. It's vintage now. It's a throwback. It's vintage. I'm pretty like there are groups of people I'm not fans of, right? Just in general. But like a lot of my hate is very specific. Like I don't like black cops. Like if you're black and a cop, like you a traitorous motherfucker, bro. That's some Benedict Arnold shit. Like the other day, I got pulled over by a cop, and like a black guy gets out of like a black guy in like full cop uniform. Like it was just like, oh, like my stomach hurt. Like, oh, right? It's kind of like if you walked into a Popeyes and saw a chicken working at the cash register. Like, welcome to Popeyes. How can I help you, sir? Like, nigga, do you know what they do here? And then the chicken trying to justify it, like, I only work at Popeyes because if I ever saw somebody mistreat my fellow chickens, I step in and make sure they're treated with honor and dignity. And it's like, oh, like, is that before or after they tenderize the chicken, nigga? All I know is that in both situations, if you come in without your uniform on, your coworkers will put your dumb ass in a box, bro. Takes some people a second. The other things that make me sick. Well, since I'm talking, like, if you're a cop, your job is really just to be a tattletale, right? Like cops are snitches. Like does anybody have little younger siblings, right? And like, what is it when you doing something you're not supposed to? What's the first thing you hear out your little sibling's mouth? Ooh, I'm telling mom. And cops do the same shit, bro. You ever listen to a siren? What noise does it make? What noise? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can you pull over the car, sir? Can you pull over the car, sir? Do you know why I'm pulling you over? No, why are you pulling me over? Well, you were doing 85 and a 70. So I'm telling mom. Thank you guys. It's been way more fun than it's had any right to be. I'm
Jeffrey Reyes Jr. On deck is Mike Balzova coming to the stage right now. Keep it going for Best Green Man.
Guys, Peter has a girlfriend. How long's that going for? And I still don't. It's fine. Turn it off! Hi, everyone. Hi, I'm Beth Greenman, and I don't own any cats. I know it's false advertising. I'm sorry to disappoint. Guys, I am progressive. Thank you. However, and stay with me, I become a Republican immediately when I see gender-neutral multi-stall bathrooms, and not for any bioessentialist transphobic reasons, simply because I have seen men's restrooms, and I want no part in that. I just. Also, I feel like that is transphobic because you are denying the chance for trans men to go into the men's restroom and have that validating moment of seeing piss on the floor. Why would you want to deny them that? You're the bigot, not me. Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah, I'm running a lot of new shit right now. Really, just roll with the punches. So every time I go in to try to give blood, I'm a really good person. It's no big deal. Every time I try to go in to give blood, they keep telling me, your iron's too low. And it's like, yeah, I'm a lesbian. Can we make an exception? This feels a little unfair. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. Also, on the note of giving blood and being gay, so the Red Cross still has some restrictions on gay and bisexual men giving blood, and it's wrong. But I kind of can't stand every time gay men will hear there's a blood shortage and they'll be like, sounds like a straight people problem. Sir, a 12-year-old's life is on the line. Can you please just pretend you did it for like 30 years? Just fucking lie to the government. It's not a big deal, okay? People do it every day. How do you think accountants have jobs? Just fucking get in there and do your civic duty. God. All right, you guys are on the side of the gays or whatever.
All the time.
All the time. Oh, no, Jeffrey, we've had conversations. So, I actually once thought I was straight, and people believed me. I know, shocking now, as I am dressed like this. But no, people did believe. You guys should have seen me when I was a cheerleader, okay? I was very out of place, but I was there. I was on the squad. No, I used to think to myself, like regularly, I used to think, God, it sure would be nice to be a lesbian. Here's a helpful hint to anyone who may be thinking that. You are! Congrats! It's great, except when men talk to you about it. Then it's not. A male friend told me over the weekend that if I were into guys, he would totally ask me out. We are not friends anymore. Don't fucking do that if you want to stay friends with your lesbian friends. I remember in health class during the reproductive health unit, I used to tune out during the male genitalia part. I didn't know that I was gay, but I just like had a feeling, I'm not gonna need this. This isn't gonna be relative to my narrative. I was right. But now, like, the only things that I know about, like, any of that comes from male comic sets. And I feel like that may be not the best source of information. Like, can anyone verify, like, do you guys, like, sit on your balls sometimes? Is that real? What? Okay, these things feel insane to me. You just walk around with them between your, like, you're just, that's just normal? Like, where does it go? I have no idea where it goes. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean in the middle? But we don't, it's just there? And we don't see it.
Pretty much.
How does this work?
Listen, sometimes if I'm sitting on a bike, my balls will like fall asleep. I don't know why.
What do you mean they fall asleep? How? What? Okay. So that's a you thing. You're just kind of a freak. Okay, got it. I say with love, but like, you know, see a doctor, it sounds like, is maybe the journey for you, man. All right. Oh, hey. Scared of this guy's balls falling asleep while he bikes? They're not your balls. It's okay, man. Don't worry. Could happen to any, well, you know, I wouldn't know anything about it. Sounds rough. I don't know. Mine's self-cleaning. And just stay with me. Dating right now. Just stay with me. I'm dating right now. No. The thing is that everybody wants something casual. You know, you talk to anybody, you feel like there's something going on. Oh, I'm only looking for something casual right now. We're all gonna die one day. Do you want to do that in the arms of the woman you were made to love, or do you want to do that texting some bitch, hey, you up? Like, it's your choice. The fuck are you talking about casual? I have had so many breakups in the past 3 years. I have had no relationships in the past 3 years. Do we see the problem with this? Okay, this is a Claude ring. It symbolizes whether you are single or in a relationship. These are my short nails. They symbolize that I am a dyke. 3 years, this ring has been like this. It has now been molded to this position. I don't want that. Is anyone out there not looking for something casual? Anyone? Exactly. We're all part of the problem. I'm also looking for something casual, but like I acknowledge I'm part of the problem. What else did I want to work through? Mo, what was your rock bottom? Just curious. I know you've hit it, so like, what was it? This moment here?
Probably,
All right, Jeffrey, what was your rock bottom?
The one time I had to eat cheesecake out of somebody else's lunch.
Someone else's cheese, so out of somebody else's lunch, someone else's cheesecake.
Somebody's cheesecake.
You stole someone's cheesecake. What type of cheesecake?
Oh, it was just regular cheesecake.
Just regular cheesecake? That sounds like an okay rock bottom.
It was at work.
It was at work. Oh, that's a... Eey. What was your rock bottom? You don't know? Oh, have either of you hit a rock bottom? What was it? Getting kicked out of college. Shit. What college? Princeton. I'm from Jersey. Oh, I'm from Princeton Junction, New Jersey. Hey. I'm about to give you your rock bottom. You keep talking shit about Jersey. Nah. I see now why you were kicked out. You couldn't handle it. Okay. My rock bottom, I don't think you've really hit rock bottom until you have walked through a drive-thru at Burger King in Boston and they're out of burgers. I don't think, yeah, no, I've lived a life. Mo, you got one yet?
yeah.
What was it?
Whenever I told a girl that I was having sex with, is this awkward?
And the answer was yes. That's my time. I've been Beth Greenman. Thanks, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep it going for Beth Greenman. On deck, we have very funny Andrew Steele is coming. Oh my God, hold on a second. Wait, hold on, what's happening? Hold on a second. Ladies and gentlemen, oh my God. Wow. Out of absolutely nowhere, it must be 11 o'clock. Please welcome to the stage, James Demon! Oh my God! James Demon!
Showing you that door, run, gotta have faith, gotta have faith, gotta have faith, baby.
A little late there, huh? It's okay, I love Limp Bizkit, man. Alright. All the hype. I don't actually perform comedy. I evoke a demon, and the demon performs comedy. Here we go. Oh, shit. Good evening. I'm James Demon. I've ascended to torture the sinners of everywhere I go with bad jokes, horrible wordplay, and terrible puns. Yes, yes, yes. Got some people in here who have never seen me before. Fresh souls. Yes. Guess what? I just wrote a joke today. Yes, gotta look at my phone. It's a little bit wordy. Yes, yes. I can promise you it sucks. Yeah. Yes. So I like to take root supplements. I take like ginger and turmeric, you know, to keep myself to find in stores. It comes in an oil, and I'm trying to buy it. I can't find it anywhere. So now I'm on a quest. Finding neem oil. Yeah. Yeah. It's fucking retarded. Yeah. Yes. Hey, what did 2 Chainz see on 9/11 when the 2 towers collapsed? 2 planes! Yeah. Yes. Yes. That joke's not offensive because it's about 9/11. It's offensive because it's retarded. Yes. Yeah. All right. Now, because I'm a social media whore, I do my final joke as a selfie video, and I show the world how I torture you. Yes. Hold on. Here we are. Yeah. Gluttons. Gluttons for the torture. Yes. So on Grindr, you know, gay dudes will lie about the size of their package to get laid. Yes. It's called mail fraud. Yes. Yes. Crap. Just as I was telling a joke, a snot started dripping down my nose. I hope it's on film, because it's going to make me look special. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to wipe it on the mic. I don't want herpes. I don't want herpes in my nose, all right? Yes. Yes. I'm James Demon. It was a pleasure torturing you.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep it going for James Demon. On deck, we have Andrew Seals, but coming to the stage right now, making love for the very funny Mike Felzo.
Who is that? Is that Lizzo?
Yes, yeah, yes it is, yes.
You hear about this Lizzo or what?
Yeah!
Hi, how are you? What do you think about Lizzo, bud?
I think it's despicable what she did.
What part?
The part where she made like her dancers eat bananas out of another dancer's pussy.
Yeah, the sexually harassing the dancers part.
Yes.
Not the twerking in the subway part. You're okay with that?
I was not unaware of that. I'm just.
Yeah, there's a lot of videos out there. A lot of videos. I feel bad for Lizzo because people obviously they shamed her for a long time because of how she looked, and then she couldn't take the high road. She had to turn around. She had to do it to other people.
Yeah.
And it's just an interesting situation to have no one be the bigger person than that. You've been telling me for 4 years you're the biggest person, and now you can't even overcome a bully? Come on. Okay. I just cut my hair because my wife said I look like I smoke cigarettes off the ground. So now I look like this. I look different. But I'm not one of these comedians that's going to come up here and be like, I hate my wife. I love my wife very much. She's funnier than I am, and I don't like that. But everything else is good. I don't like that she's funnier than me because I'm a comedian. And she is a hairdresser. And it's like, stay in your fucking lane. You know, let me have something. Thank you. It's tough to follow the demon. I like that he was like, I don't tell jokes, I summon a demon, and then the demon tells jokes. And then the first thing the demon said was, let me check my phone. This is a brand new demon, dude. Okay, that's great. Me and my wife have been trying to get back into sex. Thank you so much. I think I'm worse at it than I was. I'm 38 now, dude. When I was 28, I was just like you guys. I was having cool 28-year-old sex. I was fucking, first of all, nice and fast, like you guys do it. Can't fast fuck your wife. She knows you don't have plans afterwards. I was having one-night stands. I was talking dirty to girls. I was like, yo, do stuff with your mouth or whatever. I don't really remember verbatim, but it was definitely horny, do stuff with your mouth flavored stuff. And now you can't talk dirty to your wife, same last name. You know, that's gross. You ever talk dirty to someone who has the same last name as you? Yucky. Hottest thing my wife ever said to me in bed was, I'm so proud of you right now, she said. You ever hear that? You ever hear a woman, oh, ooh, baby, I'm so proud of you right now. Pretty good. I came like that. I came so fast. I don't know if you ever fuck someone who's proud of you, but that's like fucking your baseball coach, player. That's top dog shit. Okie dokie. Any Gen Z people in here? How old are you guys? You're a millennial. At least you guys know. A lot of people don't know. I ask people, like, are you a Gen Z person? And they're like, I'm just happy to be alive. There's a lot of, like, doomsday shit. Like, oh, the sun is going to explode. No one looks at the bright side. Like, think about how awesome our tans are going to be right before the sun explodes. We're all going to look real good. And people are always upset about technology and our phones listening to us and all this shit is, like, an overreach. And I'm like, yo, the edit text feature has made me a better writer. And son and husband as well. Turns out I've never missed a birthday. Oh, you didn't text me on my birthday. Oh yeah? Go check in 5 minutes. Tell me if I didn't text you for your birthday. You don't have to turn the mic up. The jokes just aren't doing very well. They can hear them. They're just not killing. How about this AI, huh? All the actors mad at AI, right? It says here. At least AI hasn't Me Too'd anyone yet. Where are you on that one? Actors. Pieces of shit. As soon as an actor starts, as soon as you know what I'm saying. God damn it. All right. Anyone in here ever been bullied? I feel like there's a room full of people been bullied at some point. No, me too. We're just being real. I used to get bullied all the time. In high school, I had the two things that every young boy needs to get bullied every day of his high school career. I had man boobs, and that was it. That was the two things. I had man boobs. They put me on the basketball team. That's no good. I don't know if you know about the physics of man boobs, but they didn't stay in the little sausage casing, hand-me-down, extra medium tank top jersey, right? I always had little side boobs, little jailbreaks to the outside. So every game I looked like I was going to the Golden Globes after the game. I looked beautiful. Pass it to titties, they'd say. But you can't pass to titties because when you throw the ball to the bench, that's out of bounds. But I learned as I grew up that bullying it's like a quick draw of confidence type thing. It's just somebody else putting their shit on you before you could recognize their shit in them. And it's just a speed thing. And then as soon as I realized I could bully the bullies, my life got a lot better. And then I just did that every day. So people are like, how do you feel about bullying? I'm for it because I think it's funny and good. And it also made me into the person I am now. Like I remember the first time somebody looked at me and said, my dad could beat up your dad. I looked at that person, I said, my dad has multiple sclerosis. And then you get to watch the bullies be like, I'm so sorry. I didn't think this was gonna go like this. And then I was like, oh, chill out, I was agreeing with you. Your dad could probably beat up my dad because my dad's feeling kind of weak because of all the multiple sclerosis. And then I'd go, does that make your dad feel good? Thank you, bud. sometimes the teacher would come over and be like, what the fuck is going on over here? And I'd be like, well, William was just talking about how his dad likes to beat up the handicap. William? Is that true? Okay. I'll do 2 really silly things for you that, okay, first of all, I'm getting a little chubby. Best way to figure out if you're chubby is when your friends stop disagreeing with you when you say that. I'd be like, oh, I think I'm getting a little fat. And my friends are just like, yeah. That is what people who look like you say sometimes. I went to the store because they had this one jacket. I saw it on Instagram, and I was hoping they had it in the store so I could try it on, because I'm usually between an L and an XL. And I told the cashier that, and I said, do you have it in here so I could try it on? I'm between 2 sizes. And the cashier went, and I said, slow down. How about you slow down? How about I pay twice as much for you to just think about it for a second? And then she brought out the XL, and it fit so good. And it was so hard to thank that person. Quick impression, this one's called the vulnerable bad guy. Bad guys are never vulnerable. This is called vulnerable bad guy. You can never beat me. I have ice water in my veins, and I hate it. It's too cold. You guys didn't like that at all? I thought about that in the car. I laughed for a long time. I grew up very religious, and but I always had a swearing problem. I always had a little filthy mouth. And I was an altar boy, and as I got older, I saw that they were moving the priests around to different dioceses because of disgusting things that they were doing, and they moved all my favorite priests. I was like, Father Allen? What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. Father Dennis is gone? Fuck me. And then my friend was like, yeah, he almost did. That's why we had to get him out of here. Okay, guys, I love you very much. Thank you so much.
Keep it going for Mike Falzone. On deck is CJ Price. They're coming to the stage right now. Make it loud. The very funny Andrew Searle.
Do you slide on
Guys, keep it going for all the acts you guys have seen so far. Keep it going for them.
Do you try on all your
Nice. Off the bat, Peter's got a girlfriend. Make some noise for Peter. Yeah.
Whatever comes.
I love the fact that when he said he had a girlfriend, everyone's like, USA, USA. I was like, that pussy got oil? Like, what the fuck is going on? How come we're cheering? Is he giving her the D, right? Democracy. Good. All right. Moving on. I do see we're a young crowd. Let me ask you guys a question. Who here, by round of applause, who here is in their 20s? Make some noise, 20-year-olds, 20-year-olds? Bunch of us? Okay, cool, nice, all right. Now, here's my problem with you little shits, okay? I can't, it's too much with your fucking TikTok dances and whatever the fuck this is. I don't know what that is. It's too much, okay? I was born in the 80s, okay? Back in the 80s, I got spanked as a child, okay? Who got spanked as a child? Makes a noise. Yeah. You see? Well-behaved adults, okay? And I feel like that's the one thing this generation needs the most. It's a good spanking, right? Like, you have the whole world at your fingertips and you're still complaining. Parents, humble your kids, spank them. Even if they come home with straight A's on the report card, just go up to them and go, life ain't fair, walk away. You know, just humble them a little. Because now I go out in public, I see these kids running around, screaming, being disobedient, talking back in public. Guys, can you imagine what would happen if I was screaming and talking back to my parents in public? Like, my mom was from Jamaica, okay? If I was ever talking back to her in public, you know what she would say? She would say, those who don't listen will feel. Yeah, right? You know what that's Jamaican for? Fuck around and find out. That's what it means. Test me blood clot patience, boy. Cause down in the streets, they call it murder. Welcome to Jamrock, bitch. That's what it is. But my dad did the discipline in the family. My dad's from Barbados, okay? And if I was ever acting up in public, he would just stand there. And just everywhere I went, he would just lock eyes with me. Like the eye of Sauron, just everywhere I went. Or those portraits in a museum where no matter where you stand, the eyes are always just following you. And he would always stand there with just one hand ready to go. And as soon as I got close enough, boom, right there. And I'd be on the ground crying, you know, and he'd ask that dumb question we all got asked as a kid, which is, why are you crying? Bitch, I don't know, because you fucking hit me. How about that? I was having a great day running around with scissors in my hands till you showed up. Honestly, I'd be on the ground screaming and crying in public, and my dad is standing over me going, listen, if you cry now, when we get home, I will give you something to cry about. Yeah. By the way, Caribbean people love to clap when they're making a point. I don't know why. You never go out and see somebody else doing that. Like, you never go out and see,
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
he told me you killed him.
No.
I am your father. And together, we can rule the galaxy as father and son. You understand what he's saying? Father and son. Can you guys imagine that? Like, my childhood gets turned into a Caribbean version of Star Wars, you know? Instead of Return of the Jedi, it's Jedi boy soon come, you know? I'm now Luke Ragamuffin, being trained by my mom, the Jamaican Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, you know? Andrew, use the force, and pick up the mop and clean your room. Clean your room, you know? With my two sidekicks, Han Red Solo Cup and Chewbacca, you know? Except Chewbacca's a pretty black girl in Miami for spring break trying Appleton rum for the first time. She's like, oh my God, I'm going on like a space journey. It's gonna be amazing. Hashtag the rebels. Oh my God. Cheers, bitches. It's spicy. It burns going down. Oh my God. You know? I now have to go to the Death Star to fight my dad, Darth Vader, you know? We have that epic lightsaber battle, just like... But I'm from the Caribbean, Barbados, and Jamaica, so instead it's like... You know, slices my hand off like in the movie. I'm like, ah! I'm on the ground screaming and crying in public, and once again, my dad is standing over me going, listen, if you cry now, when we get home, I will give you something to cry about. And that's a movie I want to see, so that's all I'm saying. Yeah. Thanks, 4 people. Not long ago I just turned 39. It was my birthday not long ago, so yeah, thank you so much. Here's the thing though, man, like I'm enjoying it. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed this yet, but here's the thing though. As I'm getting older, I'm learning a lot of things though. I learned that as you get older, and that every culture or every ethnicity has a special ability or a superpower, if you will, that allows us to live forever without consequences. That's right. Every culture, every ethnicity has a special ability or superpower that allows us to live forever without consequences. In fact, it is so cool that we made it rhyme. Yeah. For black people, what do we have? Black? Don't crack. Yeah. Brown? Don't frown. Asian? Don't raisin. Yeah. White people get acquitted. You know. It's their superpower that allows them to live forever without consequences. Yeah. I'm glad you guys like that joke. You know who loves that joke the most? Cops. They love that joke. A lot. Learning a lot of things as I said, getting older. Here's one thing I learned. I learned a lot of things during the pandemic, which was interesting. One thing I learned during the pandemic, divorce. Woo-wee! A lot of people got divorced during the pandemic. Did anyone here split with their significant other during the pandemic? A couple of us, nice, good, a few of us, right? The rest of you guys, like, looked at your partners who's like, oh my God, I love the way the mask just brings out your eyes. Like, really? But I learned a lot of things. From the beginning of 2021 to the end of 2021, I knew an average of 2 people a month getting divorced. That's a lot of people. I think we need to change it from till death do us part to till we lock down together. I think that's more efficient, you know? But here's the thing though, everyone I knew who got divorced was much happier afterwards. So if getting divorced makes you happy, then maybe we need to start celebrating divorces the same way we celebrate engagements. Yeah. That same enthusiasm you had coming into a marriage, you should now have coming out of a marriage. Because I would love to see two women getting together and they're like, oh my God, girl, guess what? I came home and my man greeted me at the door. He was like, baby girl, I gotta ask you a question. I'm like, oh my God, we've been together for like 10 years. He's gonna pop the question. So girl, he brought me inside. We sat down on the couch. He looked me in the eye. He was like, baby girl, I don't love you anymore and I'm tired of your shit. I'm like, oh my God, I am tired of your shit too. He's like, baby, I avoid you because I'm emotionally unavailable. I'm like, oh my God, I thought by trapping you in this marriage, by having a baby, that would solve all of the problems in our relationship. Oh my God. He's like, baby, I only married you because I didn't want to spend the rest of my life being alone. I'm like, oh my God, I only married you because I didn't want to spend alone in my 40s, alone in my apartment, drinking wine with my cat. He said, baby, you know what? I fake being in love with you. I'm like, you know, I fake these orgasms with you. He's like, you know, I might even want to be a father. I'm like, you know, I'm not even sure if these kids are even yours. He's like, well, if these kids ain't mine, well, fuck these kids. I'm like, yeah, well, fuck these kids. And then, girl, he looked me in the eye. He was like, baby, will you do me the honor of signing these divorce papers to be my lawfully ex-wife so we never have to spend the rest of our lives together? I'm like, oh my God, I thought you'd never ask. And girl, he dropped down to one knee, opened up a box, held my hand, slid the wedding ring off my finger, put it back in the box, closed that shit up, and girl, guess who's getting divorced? Guess who gets the kids every second weekend due to a court order? Hey! And that's how you live happily ever after. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. And thanks for having me.
Keeping over Andrew Searles. On deck is Ari Moynihan. But coming to the stage right now, make it loud for your boy, CJ
Oh my God. Thank you. Oh yeah, everybody left. We all went to sign out in the back? Oh, we all went to sign up for midnight, huh? I've had my most meltdown sets in this exact spot when everyone's signing up. The most amount of meltdowns have happened in this exact spot. I've had the spot a lot. This is the meltdown spot. Yeah. Just a bunch of people who have heard the jokes, not paying attention in the back, talking over it. That's the way we're gonna do it. Hell yeah. I just got off work. I'm a little tired. It was busy today. I had to cut off a guy in front of his kid at 3 p.m. It was great. I created a core memory today. That's something I did. I created something that kid's gonna be remembering forever and happening to him in about 18 years. It's fun. Dude, that's my favorite part of the job is cutting people off because you get to like control grown men's Friday nights. And I don't know why I like doing that. I don't know why I like being in control of them. I've learned they don't like it. That's something I've learned, is that grown men don't like being told they're blackout drunk when they're blackout drunk. They don't usually respond to it too well. Usually they freak out. And their freak out is usually them agreeing with you on why you're cutting them off. I'll be like, I'm sorry, sir, I can't serve you anymore. And they're like, are you fucking kidding? Do you know how much money I'm spending on alcohol here tonight? And I'm like, yeah, that's how we got here. It's kind of the issue. I'm glad you see it. I'm glad you've figured it out. Men will turn into straight up babies when you tell them they can't do something at a bar. Like, one guy came up to me one time and he was like, hey, dude, could I have 4 empty shot glasses? And I was like, for what? And he was like, for this alcohol I brought with me. Like, I was the idiot for asking him why he needed it. And I was like, no. And also, I'm going to need that bottle of alcohol back. And he got all mad, walked away. He turned around like he had a brilliant idea. He was like, hey, how about this? Either you let me drink this alcohol here or I'll fucking leave. And I was like, yeah, dude, those were the options. That's... You can go now. You can leave. It's a bullshit job. I don't like my job. I can't do anything else. I didn't go to college. I was raised by 2 parents that didn't go to college. I was raised by dumb parents. Anybody else have just dumb? Just dummies? We're everybody. I mean, you wouldn't be pursuing a career in comedy if your parents were good. They would have told you no. They would have been like, no, you're not doing that. And if you want, all right. I know my mom and dad both don't understand basic words. Like, and this has been something that I'm just starting to realize. It's not because they're getting older, it's because I'm starting to remember how dumb they are. My dad, I was talking to him on the phone the other day. He was like, how you feeling? I was like, I'm feeling all right, just feeling a little anxious. And he was like, anxiety? That bullshit? That shit's all in your head. And I was like, yeah, dude, exactly. It's exactly what it is. You ever stupid yourself into being right? That's what my dumb dad did the other day. My mom doesn't understand basic words. I was on the phone with her, had a show the night before. She asked me how it went. I said it went fine. 3 new jokes worked out. She was like, what do you mean by that? And I was like, what words are you struggling with? Need you to break it down for me. I'm confused where you're confused, Mom. She's like, worked out. What does that mean? I was like, worked out, like went well. And I got like mad at her. I like started yelling at her, and she got like frustrated, and she was like, don't get mad at me. I was like, well, I'm confused where I learned the word from, because you raised me. Like, what other words do I not know? I'm just walking around illiterate, not knowing it. And I told her the joke was brand new, and afterwards she was like, are they any jokes I've ever heard before? And I was like, we're really having a hard time. We're really, really struggling. Speaking of struggling, how's this set going? How's this set going? Meltdown, commencing. I don't like the way I look. Not happy with it. I'm trying to change it up. I looked like a cop for a long time, so I decided to grow out the back of my hair, and now everybody tells me I look like a school shooter. I look like the thing that cops are too afraid to stop, I guess. It's a Uvalde reference. That was a long time ago, and it also didn't happen. All right, just kidding. No mass shootings have happened. Look, all right. I don't like the way I look, mainly because old racist white people get way too excited when I walk in a room. Like, they'll see me and they'll like clock me from like across the room, and they'll be like, that's an ally. That's a guy who's gonna want to hear what I have to say. And it's never true. I never want to hear what they have to say. I used to work at an old folks home when I was 18 years old, and I was the only white person that worked there. All the residents were white. They'd be so excited when I'd walk in their room, like compared to the other people that worked there. They'd like open their door, like, what the fuck? Oh, it's you? Thank God. I've been watching Fox News on a loop for 12 years. Get the fuck in here and sit down. I got a lot of shit to talk to you about. They had the worst lives of all time because they all had dementia, so they didn't remember like the past 6 years, yet they still remembered that they were racist. Like that. Racism is something dementia can't even take away from you. That's how powerful racism is. And they all watched Fox News all the time. Wouldn't remember what happened the day before. And this is when Obama was president. So every day they would start their day by learning a black man was president of the United States. That's a tough life. That's a really hard way of living if you're an old racist white person. That's old racist white purgatory is what that is. Just every day you wake up and you're like, when the fuck did this happen? We were doing so well. Waking up every day and finding out for the first time a black man's president is if you ask like Tucker Carlson to write an episode of Black Mirror. That's what he would come back with. They'd be like, do you have any ideas? He'd be like, every day a black man's president? They're like, that's horrifying. That's good. Does he wear a tan suit? He wears a tan suit every day. Oh my God. I used to fuck with the old people. What I'm about to describe is elder abuse, so please don't tell anybody. There's this one lady, her name was Mary. She was 100 years old, absolutely hated black people. I'd wake her up every morning by going, Mary, good morning, and happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day, just to like throw her for a loop. She'd be like, again? She hated it. She hated me. Some of these every single old person I took care of lived way too long. Anything past 75 is it's torture at that point. Anytime they die, it's bittersweet. I mean, a lot of old people, I don't know. I think they should die. I got a grandpa right now that's 90, contributes nothing to the world. Is contributing nothing. He's just taking right now. He had money when he went into a retirement home 10 years ago. No money coming in. It's all going out. That's money out of my pocket. That's money that I could have bought a home with. I will not be a homeowner anymore. Every day he's alive is a square foot off the home I could have bought. 1 year is 365 square feet. My apartment right now is 350 square feet. A year of his life is not worth the apartment I live in. If he lives another 10 years, I might one day be able to buy a 2005 Toyota Corolla with the money I might get. What, your grandpa's dead? That would be funny. No, because it sucks. That's what it is. My grandpa's Italian, and he's been saying that Italians aren't white people lately, which I think is a wild opinion that's gaining traction. Anybody here think Italian people aren't white? The Italian guy, was that James? Was that Demon? No, who was it? Hey, what are you talking about? Hey. Is that a black guy back there? Or an Italian? I can't tell. Because they're not white. What? Italians are what? Italians are what?
They're just Italian.
They're just Italians. They're white people. They're white people. Oyster color? All right, let's dissect that. What the fuck does that mean? They're an oyster color? No, no one knows. No. They're grayish? Like a bunch of what? Like a bunch of crayons? What are you talking, Andre? What are you talking about? Oh, I don't think you were. I think you were serious at first, and you realized nobody else was on board, and you're backing down now. Kind of like I do with all my jokes. Start it, realize no one's on board, abort. Which should be illegal. All right. I don't know. I think white people are saying they're not Italian because they want something to be like against them. They want to feel like people are against them. I've noticed this. Like white people are having like poverty like complexes, like poverty fantasies. I know several white people who live in their cars by choice, and they all treat me like an idiot because I have like a front door and a bed. They'll talk to me like I'm stupid because I can receive mail. Like they'll treat me like shit. I was talking to one recently. I asked him, I was like, aren't you sick of living in your car? He's like, no, dude, 'cause no matter where I'm at, I'm always home. And I was like, that's called being homeless. That's what you just described. I didn't really think of that in the moment. I didn't tell him that. I'm not witty in the moment. I'm at my wittiest when I'm in the shower after an argument. That's when I'm the debate king in the shower. It's just like a Rolodex of debates up here when I'm getting clean, baby. That's why from now on, if I get in an argument with anybody, I'm just gonna be like, hey, we gotta hold this shit and take it to the shower before I say something I might regret. From now on, I'm only arguing with dudes when I'm soaking fucking wet. Yeah, dog. That's what I'm doing. Did you like that one? Did I get the light? I feel like I've been up here. Is the light broken? No. I got it?
No, yeah.
Jesus. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Italians are oyster people. That's something we've learned. I'm sorry I missed the light. Thank you.
Keep it going for CJ Price. Also, ladies and gentlemen, real quick, let's give it up for this amazing air conditioning at Third Wheel! If you'd like to donate to the air conditioning fund, please see James Demon at the bar. On deck is Christian Wiza. But coming to the stage right now, make it loud for the very funny Ari Money.
Remember we were checking cars. Now you better keep your distance because it's not safe for you.
That was such a good way to bring me on stage. It was so exciting for someone who currently does not know where her own coat is. Full of my car keys and all the money I have. Oh, thank you, stranger. Put it down. Also, CJ, in my experience, the only way to win an argument is soaking fucking wet. I am often wrong, you guys. Also, I feel obligated to tell you that I used to be homeless. Let me tell you, yeah, honestly, not so bad. There is, there's downsides. But there is no freedom quite like not knowing exactly what kind of bug is on you. But I'm like, he crawled in my own sunroof, so. Just kidding, it was a tent. Okay, in case you couldn't tell by all the things I just said, I don't think that I'm that good of a person, and I do think that it was child abuse. Because somebody right before me, I was at a show, and he was talking about the back of his head was flat. And I was like, neglect. And so I was sitting in the back of the room, like, trying to figure my shit out, trying to see if I was hugged enough as a kid, and then my phone dinged, and it was a guy asking me out on a date,
But the guy's contact name was just dude who jumped off the roof with me. I was like, I probably could have used more hugs. You know what I mean? But it's okay because I can't afford therapy now. Thank you. Try as I might, you cannot get bangs on the inside. You do need a professional. But before that was working, though, my plan was to just get like way hotter. It was working a little, okay. I lost 30 pounds this year. It only worked a little because 26 of those pounds were titty. Yeah, I went from having fucking E's to having is. And you learn a couple things when when you transition from, I don't know how to politically say giant fat hooker titties, to being built like a 2x4. Although it's been a good, week. It's maybe a 4x4 today, thank you. Did you guys know bars sometimes like charge you to go inside?
Wait, really?
Yeah, have you guys been doing this the whole time? Girls are nicer to me now though, so. Yeah, but I do not know how to act. I'm constantly embarrassing myself because it used to be that I would walk in a room and none of the females in the entire room would speak to me at all. And now I come in and they're like, hey girl, how are you? And I'm like, I fucking short circuit. I'm like, flat, take me to brunch. You do get followed home on the freeway a lot less though, so life's all about compromise. You know what I mean? Which, by the way, gentlemen, if that's not something you've done or heard of, thank you. But basically, if you're a woman and what happens is you go to a stoplight and then you make eye contact for more than 8 seconds. Just kidding, it's 2. You now have a stalker. Congratulations. You didn't blink quick enough, bitch. You're getting followed home. They'll follow behind you, flashing their lights, pull up beside you, hit you with a couple of these. Which hurts. I chipped my tooth on a blender today because I didn't want to dirty a cup. All these jokes about me being a bad person are real. Anyway, I'm from Atlanta where this happened one time. The guy was pulling up, flashing his lights, whatever. And so I reached up under my chair and pretended like I had a gun. Yeah, and this guy fucking sped away. Quitter. But I was thinking about it, and like logistically, what do you think is going to happen here? We are on the 405 in broad daylight. And this is a desert, like it's bright. I'm gonna like crawl over the seat, put the window down, put my bare ass out the window. We just come together like 2 jet planes refueling in the sky. He's trying to get that in and out pussy on the freeway. It's not the weirdest thing I've seen on the freeway lately, though. I just had to buy a car because the car that I had been driving for 8 years and didn't take any good care of suddenly started smelling like an Easy Bake Oven, which doesn't feel like it's my fault. So I got a new car, and while I was driving to go get it, I saw a guy on the freeway on a bird scooter on the 101, like flying. Yeah, and my immediate reaction was like, what is wrong with that guy? Like, what? Like, to judge him, because I'm unwell. And then I thought about it, and I was like, he's probably trying to go get some pussy. Fucking grab on, my dude. Me too. Which is true, by the way. I just changed all my dating app preferences to just women, because I was tired of sleeping on shit that wasn't a mattress. And the only thing that I learned, I have a PSA for all of the women in Los Angeles County. This is a desert, ladies. You are dehydrated and your pussy tastes like house keys. In case you couldn't tell by the fact that I look like I just came from a battle of the bands in my own house, most of my friends are dudes. But I like to have girls' nights. Like, I want to do girly bullshit. So I invite them over, and I'm like, come over, like, let's do, face masks. We'll drink wine. We'll watch Real Housewives, whatever. And all my friends are like, go fuck yourself. Obviously. But I'm like, we could watch Deadliest Catch. And they told me to go fuck myself again. Do you guys like reality television? Does anybody actually have a show that they like? I will say the Below Deck staff is hot sluts. And I'm on board. Cause it's a boat. No. All right, that I've done this before, and once people normally yell at like Kardashians, like I like 90 Day Fiance, green card show, and I'm like, and then somebody yelled out one time, they were like, love on the spectrum, and I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to make fun of that one, and then I watched it, and let me tell you, that shit is hilarious. He's like, I like you as much as trains. Yeah, exactly. Nobody likes it but me when I do that. But I fucking like it just as much as trains, you guys. They're fun. They're getting married. They have better shit than us. Laugh. They're in love. We're all gonna kill ourselves later. Let's see. Do you guys... Let's see. What are the thoughts that I had today? How much time do I have?
2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes? Great. Do you guys want to hear about when I got dental work at IHOP? Okay, in case you guys... Also, okay, this is something that I realized was like that story. I didn't know that it was a bad story until I lost a bunch of weight and I started being able to wear a bikini out. And I have regrettable, you get it, tattoos all right here that just scream redneck. And one time, I wore a bikini to a party, and someone was like, big Walmart shopper energy here. First of all, shoplifter, thank you. Which, to be fair, my mom, we were poor growing up. My mom just taught me a fun game at the store. I didn't know I was stealing. If you guys don't play Everything's Bananas at the self-checkout, you're missing out. Okay? Legally, that's all I'm allowed to say, but enjoy. Anyway, she picks me up from school. I'm like 11. She's like, we're going to the dentist. I was like, suspicious. We don't have dental insurance. I was a very smart 11-year-old. We go. Little Miss Mary Jo, our waitress, comes up. I order a T-bone steak, which is my first fucking mistake. And I was like, ma'am, you're 100. You seem like a medical professional. I have a wiggly tooth. Can I eat this? And she was like, let me see it, baby, because I'm from Georgia, and everyone's trash. And then this bitch put her fingers in my mouth, pulled my fucking tooth out, and set it right on the plate in front of me. And said, there you go, baby, you can have whatever you like now. Not aw, because that is the first time I ever tasted a Newport cigarette. If you want to smoke Marlboros, bitch, you better learn a trade. Anyway, thank you for Legroom. Thanks, Peter and Amanda. Enjoy the rest of your show.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep it going for Ari Monahan. On deck is Rob B. Foltz. We're coming to stage right now. Make it loud for Christian Waza.
My chick bad, my chick hood, my chick do stuff that your chick wish she could. My chick bad, badder than yours. My chick do stuff that I can't even put in words. Her swagger don't stop. Nobody won't quit.
What's up, non-melanated folks? Couple of colored, Jesse. Yeah, we should not bring that back. Ugh. Colored people. What a terrible label. It's very lazy. Anyway, let's work on these things. Anyone else, mom, like weirdly trying to be their friend now? Like, it's like weird, man. My mom is, trying to crack jokes with me and telling me to share more about my life. And like, that's just so fucking weird to me because I think I have a pretty good memory. I remember her saying this when I was growing up, and I quote, "Don't talk to me like I'm one of your little friends." But now she's trying to be friendly with me. It's so weird. It's like she wants me to kiki and ha-ha with my biggest childhood bully. Like, that's crazy. I was like, I don't feel like doing that. Like, why do I want to talk to you? Anyway. No, I can't do that one right now. It's like, no, I forgot the setup. It was like, okay, white women look. It was like, I don't know what happened collectively to white women
between like 1990 and 2005. But all y'all want to be choked, man. It's crazy. It's so crazy. I'm just like, it's fucking trap, man. It's fucking trap, at least for me, man. It's like, you want me to choke you out and leave behind DNA evidence? Fuck no, I'm not doing that shit. Like, before I end up getting really into it and being like, this is for Emmett Till. Okay, that actually ended up working. Yeah, I think most people know that teachers are hoes, right? It's like, if you don't know, teachers are hoes, nurses, big hoes. Yeah, the first time that I ended up being the other man was with a nurse, because she conveniently left out the fact that she was married. So yeah, nurses, hoes. But it's like, yeah, teachers, definitely hoes. And it's like weird that we hand our children to these women who we have no idea where their hands have been. Great, thank you. Let's see. Okay, y'all seem like y'all are old enough. Y'all grew up watching Power Rangers, right? Yeah! Wow, people love Power Rangers. Go Power Rangers. Like, yeah, what did you say at the beginning? It's like, Rita's Escape. Recruit a team of teenagers with attitude. Exactly. It's gotta be teenagers, because an adult is never gonna be a fucking Power Ranger. It's like, it's a shit job. It's like, you don't get paid, you gotta fight monsters, and you gotta fight them during rush hour traffic. Bad deal. It's a bad fucking deal. You mean there is no pay, no sort of benefits whatsoever? No adult would ever be a Power Ranger in their right mind. You know what those niggas were? They were unpaid interns. Saving the world for class credit, man. This shit is crazy. Like, it had to be for class credit. Because the bad guys, how come they only attacked after school? It's like, they only attacked after school. It's crazy. Like, what are these guys doing? It's like, oh, you know, Jason has an exam this week, so like we're gonna chill for a little bit. Like, what the fuck is this? Also, where were their parents? Tommy was like dead for months, and then he came back later, and everyone's like, Tommy's okay. Like, where are his parents? Their son has been missing. Like, what's wrong? This shitty job, like, Zordon is wrong for that. Him and his child exploitation. Anyway. Okay. Like, I find it weird that the men that get really, really upset about astrology are the same men that watch, like, you know, NFL pregame shows. It's like, literally, you're literally doing the same thing. You're listening to a person whose qualifications are dubious, make a prediction, and then you're gonna cry about it when it doesn't work out the way that you hoped. Shit is dumb. And I know someone's gonna go, like, women watch football too? Yeah, not enough. Like, stop. Like, just like there are men that do the astrology thing too, but not enough to make it statistically relevant to my fucking joke. We deal in generalizations. Fucking hate those type of people. Anyway, personally, I don't believe the friend zone exists. Yep. Because, like, you want to get out of the friend zone, it's real easy. Just ask the girl out. Like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, did you know? Like, why are you going to just torture yourself with a lack of knowledge? Just fucking find out. Shit is stupid. But even if the friend zone were to be a real place, you mean to tell me that I get to have a deep and fulfilling relationship with a woman and then I get to sleep with someone else? Like, I don't understand how that's an L, bro. Like, I really don't. It's like, do you know how many marriages have been destroyed by men trying to get to that state? Like, anyway, I love being black. Thank you for your panders. I really appreciate it. It's like, my favorite part about being black is when white women ask me, what's my skincare routine? And then I just hit them with a quick, you know, it's cocoa butter and God's blessings. I love that line. That's great. Anyway, we talked about astrology. Okay. Also, part of being black is there are a lot of older black men in my life. Shocker. But yeah, like older black men, they're just confused about like the trans thing, and I'm just like, I don't understand why you're confused about it. But like, I'm trying to help these dudes out so they can, wrap their head around it. Like, even though I don't think there's much to wrap your head around, but whatever. I finally figured out a way to tell these motherfuckers about trans issues. Well, I mean about transgender people. So in the early 2000s, when people had Chrysler 300s, and they would convert them to Bentleys with body kits. I just unlocked some memories for some people by saying that. Like, I could hear that. Yeah, no, that's wild. It's like, because, some of them are done so well that you can't tell. Some of them, not done well enough. You can't tell. But you don't say anything because, you know what? It's not your fucking car. Like, it's not your fucking car. Just leave people alone. Okay, number 2. Like, I'm a dog owner for the first time in my life. Thank you. It's like, I love my little dog, Coco. She's like the best, worst mistake I've ever made. But sometimes she just gets on my fucking nerves, and I kind of wish that Michael Vick had a dog training school. Let me stop. The white women will not like that one. This is a quick poll for the room before I get off stage. Have you ever just found out after the fact that you were someone's boyfriend? It's like you didn't even have the conversation. Like you didn't change your status on any of these stupid social media sites. It's like all of a sudden it's like oh my god, like she just called me her boyfriend and we didn't talk about this, and like I feel weird about it because I'm just like I don't think that's what we are. He's like, but how do you broach that subject? I'll figure out the rest of that. I like that premise. Okay, so one thing I'm going to say, if you're an adult and you're expecting unconditional love, you're a moron. Like, expecting unconditional love is like expecting a job after college. I mean... It's like on paper, yeah, it's supposed to fucking happen, but we all know that's not how the world really works. Anyway, that's my time. Thank you.
Keep it going for Christian Waza. On deck is Mama Andrew. But coming to the stage right now, make it loud for Rob B.
Real quick, Peter has a girlfriend! USA! 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 All right. Apparently, no one likes America that much right now. That's fine. Sometimes, look, I do the USA chant all the time, even if it's for bad news. Sometimes it's just, she's like, look, I think we need to break up. And I'm just like, USA, USA. And she's like, that's why there's a lack of emotional connection. No. Also, someone talked about, like, being in your 20s and doing TikTok dances. I can say this as a 26-year-old. If I do a TikTok dance, I'm pulling some fucking muscle. I have sciatica. It's not a good outlet look. If I try to do this, it's just like hip hop, and I'm now on the floor. Thank you. All right, what do I want to talk about? Why am I leaning on this? I gotta move. I'm putting essentially. When you put it here, you essentially put the stand in timeout. If you really think about it. You've been bad. All right, I'm done there. You may recognize me from my various TV appearances. That's right, I was on the show All American. That's right. Most of you are thinking, oh shit, that show is still on? And yes, it is. I'm in season 7. Episode 9, Sabotage. I play a confused law student. That's right. I got into character by being a confused actor. Yeah, here's the thing, that was my day off, and I was chilling and stuff, and then Central Casting sent me a "you up" text, and I was like, yes, I am. And then they're like, can you make it down to Torrance and be there in like an hour? It's like, I got no other plans. Sure. And now I'm on a hit TV show. So it's that easy, guys. You're clearly just not trying hard enough. I've been supporting the actors and writers strike, obviously, as a background extra. I don't want my face copied. I would like to get paid for my face, please. It's not very good looking, but it's still worth money, damn it. My problem is with the motto, it's like strike all day, strike all night, but they're like done by 2 o'clock. It's from 9 to 2, that's not even a part-time shift. Also, I can just say, as a white actor, white guys don't need to be in every movie. I can confirm this. I watched Crazy Rich Asians the other day, and during my entire watch through of that movie, I never thought it needed a white guy. Like, what the fuck is he supposed to do? Just stand in the background and be like, what are chopsticks? He sees like some Chinese on the wall. It's like, that's not English. I was like, no shit, Sherlock. All right, you don't need to know white guy knows in every movie. God, what else did I fucking write? Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, I'm like a super white, like, not like, wait, let me rephrase that. I'm a generic white guy. Like, I'm literally, like, I have no, like, ethnicity to me whatsoever. One time during school, like, I had to bring in, like, a cultural dish, and I told my mom this, and I was like, Mom, like, what cultural dish can I bring in? And she pulled out a 1950s cookbook. I ate a lot of motherfucking Jell-O salad, goddammit, with the fucking vegetables! I'm a survivor! With the cottage cheese on top, too. Yeah, it's fucking, some of you are gonna go vomit in that toilet after I said that. Picture it, too. Just a chunky cheese, slowly, like, rolls off. It's not real cheese. I don't know why I said that with such exasperation. Like cottage cheese is some villain of the week. All right. It's like a Power Rangers villain. Does that make everyone feel better? There's a Power Rangers reference earlier. I can't be a Power Ranger. I don't think I'd have a good time. I just hate the idea of me just chilling at home and then the little like belt thing goes off. It's like, you have to now fight. I was like, I'm good. I'm already stoned. What do you want me to do? Just go like and be like, I'm too high for this shit. I'm going to bed. Like I leave parties because I'm too high. Like I left a I went outside Saturday, guys. Give me a round of applause for that at least. Yeah. I went to a friend's birthday party. I had 60 milligrams. I know for some of you there's gonna be some psycho out there. It's like, that's diet weed. I was like, shut up. It's 60 milligrams is a lot for me, all right? That put me in a little bit of a fucking hole. I had to go fucking out. It was a party for a friend, so you know, birthday girl gets basically like I feel like when you invite people out for your birthday party as an adult to go to a bar, it's essentially you're saying, hey, I want to be the center of attention, and I want you to buy me drinks. That's essentially inviting people out for your birthday. Is like, I want to be the center of attention and get all the stuff. And that's what she got because she was the birthday girl. I went into it 50 milligrams in, came out 60 milligrams in, a couple shots of vodka. We had to go back to her apartment, and everyone else like went to go comfort her in her room, and I was lying on the floor, fucked up as shit. I was on another fucking dimension, let me tell you that right now. And then I eventually decided, you know, I could just fucking leave. I'm already too high. And then I walked in to the hallway, and then I realized, and it somehow ended up in the back rooms. Does everyone know what the back rooms are? Nobody? No one's chronically online here? It's just me. Basically, back rooms are a layer of hell, essentially. And I was in a layer of hell because I was stoned as shit and every fucking door looked the goddamn same. I felt like I was just in like a circle, like I was one of those endless trippy things right there on the fucking wall. I also like when you know like you're bombing at third wheel, when people just start looking towards the trippiness on the wall. Also, it's a precursor for if the comic has ADHD, if they're just starting to look at the wall. That's how you get a diagnosis. But no, man, I was too fucking high. I was literally going up and down floors like, where the fuck am I? Am I just trapped in this chick's apartment building forever? And then somehow I made it out and I had a mental breakdown at like 2 a.m. in front of my roommate for some reason. And then I realized, that's cringe. I should go back to bed. I don't know. Breakdowns used to be cool. Like, if breakdown for everything else is like cool, right? For casting, and we were like Breakdown Express. Fucking actors understand that shit. That sounds cool as fuck. Music, it sounds cool as fuck too. Breakdowns is like, yeah, that's when I start the mosh pit and just do, this is fun for me. And then but mental breakdowns are like, all right, I'm gonna go hide in the corner for a month. Like that's a mental fucking breakdown. I miss moshing. I'm from New Jersey. Any New Jerseyans here? Yeah, I took part in, I wasn't really fully part of the scene because I lacked social skills, but I was part of the New Brunswick basement show scene. Yeah, I've moshed in rooms smaller than this in hallways. My favorite was this place where it's just like every time you went to go use the bathroom, you get told, "Hey, just beware of the cat." And he didn't hurt you, but he was just sitting in the bathtub, and you're thinking, "Oh, did this fucking cat stare at you while you pee?" I was like, "No, he turned around. He was this politest fucking cat. He knew what situation was. He knew he was in a fucking bathtub with 20 other college kids that are fucking high out of their minds. He's just like, this is not how I wanted to spend my Saturday night. I wanted to watch episodes of Garfield." I got the light, guys. Gotta move the mic over here. Stand. Gotta put it adjusted appropriately. I kind of want to end off on this. I hate when people are super anti-woke, right? They just hate all diversity in film. I touched on this earlier. They're just like, oh, there's just not enough of white actors in Hollywood and movies anymore. I was like, excuse me, Oppenheimer just came out. Yeah, that's Black Panther for white men, all right? I know what some of you are going to say. Thank you. I know what some of you are going to say, right? You're going to say, oh, Barbie's Black Panther for white women. I was like, no, it's not. It's Jodorowsky's The Holy Mountain for white women. I will not explain anything else. You can look that up yourselves. Thank you all. Give it up for Peter for finally getting a girl.
That's right. Give it up for Peter and give it up for Amanda for Legroom. Ladies and gentlemen, Legroom is every single Monday.
Introduction. Give it up for Peter and Amanda and Legroom Comedy and James Demon at the bar. And who's the door guy tonight? Is there a door guy?
There's no door guy.
There's no door guy. It's just a free-for-all. Oh my gosh. You know what? I decided tonight that I'm going to come up here with just the confidence of your average male open micer, which is a lot. And I'm going to tell a story, and it's not going to be a rape story like most of you like to tell. It's going to be a story about how I got my dick sucked, which a lot of you may also be familiar with. You know, as comedians, we always hear from our friends like, oh my God, you should tell that story on stage, or you should tell what happened last weekend, and it'll be the most awful, atrocious, boring thing ever. It's like, we can't really make that funny. It's just pathetic, right? But I'm going to tell you about my living situation that I've had the last 5 years. This is LA. We all have wild and crazy roommate stories. But let me tell you, mine tops everyone's. One of my roommates is a non-binary Instagram influencer that makes about $20,000 a month off of throwing one party downtown every month, okay? The rest of the time, she's on coke with her friends. At 9 a.m., I walk into the kitchen, and they're doing K-pop choreography in front of the coffee table. That's their life, okay? My other roommate is a dominatrix.
Ow.
Yeah. So I have learned that sex work is work. And you know, dominatrix are different than escorts. They don't fuck for money. And even if you do fuck for money, guess what? That's okay. Because a lot of us are having mediocre sex out here for free. You know what I mean, ladies? Pretty bad. So, because my roommate's a dominatrix, she sort of, I guess through her, living with her, I got the courage to when I needed a side hustle, I became a stripper.
Yeah.
While I was working for a rabbi. Right? Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was probably the most sexless and sober time of my entire life. You know, giving lap dances will do that to you, but there was this one guy who was one of my clients. He was the most masculine Russian Armenian guy you've ever seen. His name was Fonto. Just kidding. It wasn't. He's in my phone as Bitch Boy. He came in one night and took one look at my feet, and I knew it was fucking over, right? And this guy took foot fetish to a whole new level. I'd take him back there to VIP. He would get on his knees, and basically I would ram my clear 6-inch stripper heel down his throat. Be like, listen, you little fucking micro penis bitch, you little slut pig. And he'd be like, oh yeah, and he'd come. He'd throw me $500 and he would run out. Bet y'all, none of y'all have ever made money like that before. I did. Sex work is work, okay? It's fucking work. It was actually the easiest money ever, okay? I mean, can you imagine? Like, I'm a divorcee. A dominatrix roommate is like the perfect person. I'm, you know, oh, here, take it, bitch. It was great. So during the pandemic, you know, that's when I had to stop. But luckily, my roommate had a dungeon downtown, and Bitch Boy hit me up one day. He's like, listen, I have a fantasy. This is my fantasy. I want to suck your dick. I said, wait, what? I have a vagina, okay? And so he's like, no, I'll give you money to get a strap on, and I want to suck your dick. And I'm like, how much should I charge for this, you know? $2,500. Nice. So that's all I have to say is none of you have ever gotten your dick sucked and gotten paid on Valentine's Day.
Oh my God.
All right, none of you. There's a first and last time for that. All right, so that's all I got for you tonight. I just want to come up and tell that story. I think it's kind of funny, you know, pretty original. So coming up now, we've got Alex Akins on deck, Mr. Handron Seavey.
But I guess you didn't know. As I said, the story goes. Baby, now I got the flow. 'Cause I know it from the start. Maybe when you broke my heart, that I had to come again and show you that I'm winning.
I learned other guys don't dance like that when I went to Memphis. I was in this club. I had 2 black girls with me, right? And everyone was looking at me like this. So I still dance like that. I had a buddy call me, and he goes, yeah, you know, I'm really trying to focus on self-help. So I bought these herbal vegan pills, and they're gonna help me with my depression. I was like, herbal vegan pills? Dude, you need a steak and a blowjob. That'll fix your depression, all right? At the same time. All right, while you're lying down, fucking bloody mid-rare steak on the chest. I didn't even specify for him, you know, he's buying herbal vegan pills, who knows, right? I was just like, and you just need a blowjob, dog, and you'll fucking reset, you'll get back on, and he was like, you guys ever take a parent to the hospital and you just realize they're the biggest pussy ever? Dude, my dad wakes me up at 5 a.m. one day. I'm in high school. He goes, I got a stomach ache. We gotta go to the hospital. Okay, first of all, it's like, dude, you want me to drive you to the emergency room right now? You fucking kidding me? Like, so anyway, I wake up at 5 a.m. I'm already stoned. You already know it. Like, he gave me 2 seconds while he's going down the stairs with a stomach ache. You know what I'm doing. Anyway, we're driving there. He never used to mind me making a wrong turn. Now it's a big deal. Anyway, we get there. He's lying in the bed. This dude is fucking mashing that pain button, right? They got the pain button, the morphine button. Anyway, the nurse walks in. She's like, sir, we can't give you any more Percocet. Like, I don't know if you have a tolerance already, right? So I'm like, okay, do you really have a stomach ache? Anyway, it turns out this dude, his stomach ache was a kidney stone. It was a kidney stone. I was like, oh, man. Maybe I am an asshole. And then he shows me a picture of the kidney stone. And I was like, dude, I was born in 99. I grew up on porn. I've been shoving metal rods up my cock for years. Fucking kidney stone. What else? Dude, those are some pretty good acid visuals back there. Good acid story. One. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Woo! Let's give it up for Alex Akins, everybody. In the hall, I have Brian, the cable viewer. On deck, Nick Borsellino. But coming to the stage now, Handrink CB. Handren, we need you. Yay!
What's happening, everybody? I planned that all along. I said, hey, call me up when I'm outside. I want to come running in to show my physical prowess. Who here was also a professional athlete? Anybody? No, just me. All right, thank you. Do you know that about me? I was a professional skier. Yeah, people say I should talk about it more. It's not relatable. You know the most expensive sport? I was one of the best. Nobody wants to hear that. But it was because I grew up next to a mountain, so I grew up with rich people. If I could tell anybody any advice for how to raise their kids, it's grow up next to rich people. Just latch on to them. I had so many good vacations that were just paid for by my friends' parents. It was the best. I grew up in this mountain, it was called Sunday River, and they had this thing called Santa Sunday. And it was the Sunday after Thanksgiving. If you wore a Santa suit, you got to ski for free. And that meant that was the day all the poor people went skiing. But only if they wore a Santa suit. And it was pretty funny just to see a bunch of people who don't get to ski a lot being like, we get to go for free? Can we wear regular ski shit? And they're like, no, put on the suit, dude. You want to get on the mountain, put on the suit. And then you just saw Santas crashing all day, just falling all over the mountain. You saw a Santa family just crying over their Santa dad who broke a leg and they had to call an ambulance and that they could not afford because they didn't have health care. But it was successful. Always be a ton of Santas. So successful that they, after Santa Sunday, they started doing Martin Luther King Monday, which is where if you dressed like a preacher, what did you think I was going to say? If you dressed like a preacher, you got to see the top of the mountain he was talking about, you know? And it was beautiful. Sunday River, Maine. No, it's I don't know. It's weird to come from that, like, skiing, I don't know if you know this, it's the national sport of the Third Reich. It's a Nazi joke. Thank you for getting it. Student loans, anybody got them? Yeah? Your girlfriend does? Don't marry her. That shit will be the last you know, I just want to let anybody here who has student loans know, whenever you get those calls from them and they're like, you have to make a payment, just remember, oh, do I? You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You can always kill yourself. You know what I mean? All right, thanks.
Let's give it up for Hanjin, everybody. And who gives a fuck about student loans? The aliens are here. All right, in the hole, I have Jeffrey Feldman on deck, Ryan the cable viewer, but coming to the stage now, Nick Borsellino.
Thank you, folks. I broke the mic stand. It's broken. It's dead. It's gone. It's gone, and there's nothing we can do about it. That's a Goodfellas reference. Did you get it? You got it. You chuckled. This guy. He gets my Goodfellas references. This guy. I got a ton of them. How you guys doing? You guys doing good? Yeah. I'm currently preparing for a sinus infection. Yeah. Did you know weed pens still work if you walk into a lake with them? They still hit. They just kind of taste like a lake, but they still hit. Tastes like lake and future sinus infection. I've been swimming a lot. You guys like swimming? Yeah. Okay, lukewarm on swimming. That's cool. You know what? Do you remember when you were kids? Yeah. And you were, thank God. Because if you didn't remember, it happened. Trust me. Do you remember when you would go to friend's house and they would say, for like a pool party, and they would say, hey, don't pee in the pool because there's a special dye in the pool that'll let us know if you peed? Did you know that doesn't exist? Yeah. Do you know how I know that doesn't exist? Literally anytime water's above my waist, I'm pissing in it. Doesn't matter. That's why I'm going to get the sinus infection, by the way. That weed pen also had piss in it. I'm so fucking dumb. I'm a stupid person. I really am. I was at a mic, and there's a comic on stage, and she did a bit about how she got double vaginally penetrated. And I'm so dumb that my first thought when she said that was, whoa, she has 2 vaginas? Apparently that's not what that means. Alrighty. I got nose laughs. A lot of nose laughs, a lot of inward laughs, mostly bombing from most of the crowd, but I see the laughs that weren't out loud. You didn't laugh at all. You didn't hate me the whole time. Alrighty, next comic.
I think that was an invitation that Nick wants to get DP'd. In the hole, I have Andre Mulligan on deck, Jeffrey Feldman, but coming to the stage now is Mr. Ryan the cable viewer.
Make some noise if you're not a comic, you're just here to watch. Yeah, we got a lot of guys. We got a pretty packed crowd. We got 20 of you or so. And you know what? We're better than some of the audiences here. Some of these audiences are like, whoa. You know, we you know, see, like, we're comics. We notice that kind of thing. You know? It's great. So yeah. I saw this billboard over there, and it said it was for kombucha. It said, and I broke the mic stand again, but
Yeah, it was for kombucha in it, and it said Health Aid Kombucha, the official kombucha of the Los Angeles Dodgers. The tagline is a home run for your gut. So yeah, that's what when I go to the game, I love baseball for this bit. And when I go to the game, I'm like, hey, can I get 2 Dodger dogs? Let me get the nachos in the plastic baseball cap. Let me get 4 Coors Lights. Let me get some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. And also, can I get a Health Aid kombucha? I'm trying to hit a home run for my gut. Yeah. A lot of people have said, Ryan, you smoke too much. Ryan, you're always smoking. And that's true. Smoke about 20 fags a day. I smoke about 20 fags every day. And yeah. And a lot of them have been complaining about their dicks smelling like cigarettes lately, so I'm trying to do something about it. Yeah. Yeah, have you guys heard about this new Uber abortion service? This new Uber abortion service in LA. It's just like a regular Uber, but they slam on the brakes a lot. Oh yeah, Lizzo. I could bring this one back. Lizzo, you heard about the allegations? She was sexually harassing her dancers. This is true. She was pimping out her overweight dancers, and she started a website for them, for like sugar daddies, like to get them like sugar and stuff. It's called Seeking Edible Arrangements. Okay, thanks.
Let's give it up for Ryan the Cable Viewer, everybody. All right, in the hole, I'm Catherine Yoon. On deck, Andre Milligan. But coming to the stage now, Jeffrey Feldman. Give it up for Jeffrey. He's here early tonight.
How you guys doing?
Great.
Man. Yeah, I'm single right now. You know, not a lot of ladies have a Mad Magazine fetish. You know. But that'll all change. That'll all change. They're gonna be like, who's that sexy Alfred E. Newman looking motherfucker over there? Man. I went to the movies recently. How is it that the only movie, the 2 big movies to choose from are Alfred E. Newman, are Barbie and Oppenheimer? How did that, did they plan that? You know, I was going through some things, you know, I wanted to see a serious movie that I could really just kind of like get lost in, you know, something that I could make some sense of my life. And so I went and saw Barbie, you know. Am I gay? Yeah, yes, I am. The weirdest thing is, like, as a man, you know, 30-year-old man walking into a movie theater going, 1 for Barbie, please, thank you. You can actually see a movie at 9:30 in the morning. They have screenings that early. Who needs to see Barbie at 9:30 in the morning? If you do, there's got to be some kind of like rehab process for that, right? You have a problem, sir. If you're in there and you're not drinking heavily, what the fuck is wrong with you? Seriously. You have nowhere to go? You could be at home watching TV. There's a lot of people are talking about Oppenheimer. A lot of people are talking about Barbie. What about a little movie called Joyride that just came out, which is basically like Girls Trip, but get this, they're Asian. All right? Was that the working title in Hollywood? Asian Girls Trip. Check it out. they're going to Korea to fucking eat some barbecue, and they're getting fucking drunk, having a good time. Man, you know when you got a big homeless issue in LA, they got a big issue of homeless in Anchorage, Alaska, and they are actually, Anchorage, Alaska is actually flying homeless people. They're paying for their plane tickets to fly them home because it's such a big issue. Who's paying for their in-flight snacks? Huh? The taxpayers, that's who. I gotta get out of here, guys. Have a good night. Thanks.
Let's give it up for Jeffrey Feldman, everybody. Thanks to him, I took a lot of photos tonight. I will not have to look at my Mad magazine to masturbate. Thank you, Jeff. Sexy ass. Just kidding. Okay. In the hole, I have Peter Murphy on deck, Catherine Yoon. But coming to the stage now is Andre Milligan. Andre Milligan. Please correct me, sir.
Just give up. Don't say my name, man. Teachers just do it. Tell me, is it Mulligan? What is it? What is it? Mulligan Stew? Just shut up, white lady, okay? You know my name. It's Andre.
I'm sorry.
Let's go. Cut the light out. Let's go. It's crazy. I'm a Scorpio, man. You know? I'm a freak, but not freaky like that. You know? Like, don't choke me in public. You know, don't do that. I ain't that kind of guy. Don't choke me in public. Like, women like to be choked during sex, but I don't like choke women during sex because they make the Bart Simpson face. You know, you ever look at your girl when you choke, she be like, choke me, be like, nah, I'm good. She be like, choke me, be like, nah, I'm good. Like, like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Put your goddamn eyes back in your face. What are you doing? Disgusting, right? I take my penis back, fellas. I was just, get my penis back. This is disgusting, terrible. Not a fan of it, man. I hate when my wife give me head and my booty hole get too wet, you know? I don't like that, you know? You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. I don't like too much slobbing. I don't like that. It's good. You know, put a towel under, you know? You get up, you walk, you just like, hey, you know, hey, what is this, girl? Huh? What's this, booty water? What are we doing? You know? Don't do that. Just moonwalking, just like, yo, what's this? Bow, just booty water everywhere. What is this? It's crazy. Women are, you know, I'm not the kind of man like being picked up in the bedroom, you know? I date a lot of big girls. I date a lot of big women, you know? They pick you up, you know? Like I was a male stripper, right? And I retired twice because this woman your size picked me up, you know? I was like your size. And her friend your size blew in my booty hole like this. Just blew hard. I was like, no, put me down, you know? Put me down. Don't do this. I took my thong, threw it down. Bow. I quit. Done with this. None of y'all wear a thong. It's crazy. No man want to wear a thong. Y'all go to jail for y'all wear a thong. Say it. Y'all won't do that. There's no male lingerie. None. It's only baby oil and dick. That's it. You know what? You walk in the bedroom with your girl like, hey, girl, how you doing? It's like, ugh, get your gay ass out of here. Girl, I was trying to entertain you. What are you talking about? There's none. More dudes go to the military before they throw in a thong. That's crazy. You don't never get tired of just walking around with your dick just hanging out, you know? With your balls, just put them together one time, fellas. Just do it for the team, you know? All right, no, you won't. Goddamn shame. None of you men want to wear a thong. You know? Let's talk about it, you know? Unpack some shit right now, fellas, you know? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself why. You know, why can't you wear a thong? Why, as a man, can't you put on a thong? None. All right, thank you, man. I'm Andre Mulligan. Y'all have a good one.
Clap it up for Andre Milligan and clap it up for his Mulligan, sorry, sir. And clap it up for his people's win in the Alabama Riverboat Brawl. All right, in the hole, I have Lucas Alvarez on deck, Peter Murphy, but coming to the stage now, Miss Catherine Yoon.
Thank you. quiet? Okay, all right, guys. Why so quiet? Okay, all right. Hey, if you didn't know, Irish is it called Irish goodbye? Yeah, okay, great. Okay. Hey, if you don't know, like Irish goodbye sounds like just alcohol poisoning. Thank you. Okay, okay. Because Irish they drink like a fish. Okay. I don't know. If a chair, if a chair hangs itself, it just becomes way more fun because it becomes a swing chair. Just hold on to it, yeah. One side to the other, let's go. Let's go crazy tonight. Get onto the swing chair. All right, guys. I don't know. My dating life looks like just going around the circle. Yeah, like a spider building a web to catch another spider who knows what a girl want, what a girl need. Christina Aguilera. Okay, all right, okay. Let's go, I'm joining Jehovah's Witness. I'm joining Jehovah's Witness because, on Sunday, I was like carrying around my laundry. And then this guy opened the door for me. He and I lock eyes. And it was love. It was love at first sight, It was like Taylor Swift going like, you must be my next mistake. Okay. And I'm looking for this guy. But my apartment is pretty small. It's only 72 units, And it's time for me to join a Jehovah's Witness and knock every door I can possibly knock. Just knock every door. Because I have a faith in love. And then when the guy opens the door, we lock eyes. And then he goes, you must be my next mistake. That's my time. Thank you so much.
Let's give it up for Catherine Yoon. She's definitely joining Jehovah's Witness in that cute conservative dress, everybody. Oh, you look great, babe, I promise. All right. In the hole, I have A1 on deck, Lucas Alvarez. But coming to the stage now is Mr. Peter Murphy.
All right, roll Tide. Mimi, sorry your team lost yesterday. Yeah, that's right. Catherine was talking about the Irish goodbye. I feel like an Irish hello is when you show up drunk and you like jump on somebody. And you like surprise and be like, I'm drunk, I'm here. What's a better example of an Irish hello? What's an Irish hello? There's an Irish coffee exists. Punch in the face, yeah, Irish hello. Hey, what are you? Look, you looking at me funny? I can't believe that in the last week, it was really sad. It was Paul Rubens died. Paul Rubens died, Pee Wee Herman. And then Angus Cloud died, the Euphoria dude. It's crazy, because Paul Rubens, Pee Wee Herman character, also in the movie Blow, he was like this beloved character actor. And Angus Cloud, he had this great career in front of him. And they both died on the same day, but for some reason, the professional wrestler Ric Flair is still alive. Ric Flair is still alive. Ric Flair, the guy that in every wrestling match would just get hit and then take 3 steps and then just face plant onto his face. the Ric Flair flop. Then he would give himself what they call in the industry color by taking a razor blade and just cutting his forehead open every night. Then after he would wrestle, he would drink 16 beers every single night. Woo! His catchphrase is just screaming. Woo! And he would tour the country and just like perform every single night and just do this. And oh man, and he also, Ric Flair was in a, oh my God, it was in an airplane accident. Am I right? He was in a plane that crashed, and he's still alive. Death makes no sense, you guys. Makes no sense, man. Ric Flair's like cockroach person. Like, he still exists. And like, I don't know, man. I think he ran out of money a long time ago. And so, like, I don't know, what's the lesson to learn? Just spend it while you got it? Keep surfing, spend it while you got it, scream at every opportunity, and if you're in Alabama, you fight a race war. Woo! Woo! All right, my name is Peter. Keep it going for Mimi.
In case y'all don't know, this song is called Ric Flair Drip, and it's by Migos, y'all. All right, in the hole I have Michael Schertzer on deck. A1, but coming to the stage now is Mr. Lucas Alvarez. Let's get it for Lucas, everybody.
Keep it going for Mimi, everybody. Mimi is, she's not a racist. I will vouch for her as a Latino. That's all I can vouch for. She is not a racist, but she is like, she'll do this thing where she'll like say something that's kind of on the border. She goes, no, it's okay. Like, my best friend in 3rd grade was Latino. And I'm like, was? What happened to him? What did you do to him? No, I'm sure it's fine. If you guys haven't seen, if you're not tapped into Black Twitter, there was an absolute brawl on August 5th that will go down in history as a civil rights movement. If you don't know what happened was, there was a security guard, and there was a boat tethered by a bunch of Barstool bros, you know, just a bunch of white guys who'd been drinking Bud Lights, well, probably not Bud Lights anymore, but Coors Light, and just drunk. And the security guard's like, I have to move your pontoon. A pontoon is a flat bottom, 2 cylinders. It's very important. He unropes that shit and launches it because the ferry needs to dock. The ferry is filled with Wakanda extras. Just a bunch of very powerful black people that have the technology to whip your ass. The boat was called the Harriet. I do not make this up. It's a simulation. Okay, so follow. There's this, it's now circling around Wakanda boat called the Harriet. There is a black security guard who's just like part-time, you could tell. He's just there, he untethers it. White guy comes in hard, it's a one-on-one with this white leader, squaring up. And he throws his hat in the air like to say like it's a flare, it's a black flare, come when you can. One of the guys on the boats, black people can swim, and you'll see it in this video because one guy jumps off the boat, perfect swim, across and lifts himself up, which, by the way, my birthday was August 4th, shout out my Leos. Same as Barack Obama. Barack Obama had a chef that died, and their whole thing was like, well, he didn't know how to swim, and because I believe in racism a little bit, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. He probably drowned. He didn't know how to swim. Poor guy, inner city, they don't teach you how to swim. Now that I saw that guy swim, I'm like, the Obamas had that man killed. Anyway, so you just started to see it go. Once the Wakanda boat lands and docks, it is now a for-all, and these white guys are getting walloped. And it is like a freedom. It's like every single slave that didn't make it off the boat, these were fighting for their ancestors. There's this grandpa who picks up a chair and just starts going WWE on every single person, including this little white lady that was getting mixed up in things. All that to say, you know, I'm gonna leave you with this. Go watch that video, because I see a lot of white faces, and it's like, you guys are like the Instagram. You guys will get this. It'll be the #1 trending story in like 4 days, and you'll be a little bit late, just like Canada with R&B music in the 90s. All right, love you guys. I mean it. My name is Lucas Alvarez. Give it up for your host, Mimi, everybody.
Let's get some claps for Lucas Alvarez. All right, in the hole have Kevin Kelly on deck. Michael Schertzer, but coming to the stage now is Mr. A1.
That's okay. I did not clap for any of you guys either. I did see the video too. I saw it. While I was watching it, I was just, wondering, like, where would I be in that situation? As a Persian, if there is a race born, for some odd reason, I'm in fucking Montgomery, Alabama, what side would I be? And I thought about it. I'd probably be in the same place I was watching that video, just looking from the outside in, cracking a couple pistachios. Only difference is I'd be up on the dock instead of behind my phone screen. Sometimes when I'm bored, I like to take 2 lighters and point them down and ignite them just to see if I can float. It hasn't happened yet, but that's what faith is all about, right? If Adele could set fire to flames, that's not even possible. How do you set flames on fire? Yeah, no, I knew that wasn't gonna work when I wrote that. You just got to try it out. You just got to throw shit at the wall and hope something sticks. What was I gonna go on? Okay. Aliens exist. The government said it, so it has to be real. You guys believe in aliens? Yeah, for the most part, yeah. I do too. I was birthed to a couple of them. I do believe aliens exist. I just don't feel like they fuck with Earth. They might have visited Earth one time, but they wouldn't stick here. I always picture them coming down like, whoo, 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 whoo. Rape, murder, eating ass, click, click, whoo, 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 and then take off. My favorite alien, is Superman. Yeah, he's an alien. Do the research. I got books on it. And the reason he's my favorite is because I always felt like he was actually like a Muslim himself. If you think about it, right? He's from like the hottest place that there is. Even his superpowers, break down the superpowers. Heat vision. The red hot searing eyes of a pissed off Persian mom whose son dropped out of college to pursue stand-up comedy. Ice breath, the cold words of a disappointed Persian father whose son dropped out of college to pursue stand-up comedy. He could fly into buildings. In September 2001, even his real name is Kal-El. Even his real name is Muslim. It's Kal-El. But everyone's just been saying that wrong.
Let's give it up for A1. That was pretty haram. All right. In the whole FF Dreamin' on deck, Kevin Kelly. But coming to the stage now, Michael.
Oh, don't you know I don't have a hot take on the race war? I think it's bad. I did just get rejected from another job. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I responded, okay, thanks for letting me know. I guess I'll just have to make it in stand-up comedy. It's going good. I never understood when guys say that they can't find the clit, but they play video games. It's like, bro, it's basically a tiny joystick. Spend less time on your Xbox and more time in your ex's box. Thank you so much. Hey, dude, shout out the people in the streets who sell flowers in traffic. You know what I mean? Because, you'll be headed somewhere and you'll be like, flowers were a good idea. And, dude, everybody's about this fucking hustle lifestyle, dog. Who is more about their life than the fucking people selling flowers? They deliver the product to your car. Speaking of which, I had an Indian drug dealer. He was real cool. He would always invite me in for tea and stuff. And then one time he offered me a dosa, and I was like, a dose of what? Anyway, so we did Molly. I am polyamorous, and I just had one of my girlfriends break up with me. And that doesn't garner a ton of sympathy because people will be like, yeah, but you have another girlfriend. And it's true, it does soften the blow. but I still have feelings, you know, like I still hurt. Also, I think every guy should have a girlfriend when they break up with their girlfriend, because that shit's traumatic. You know what I mean? Like, a guy who is fresh out of a relationship, single, no prospects, like, that's the worst version of a guy. That's where the shootings happen. Anyways. I have this like bad habit of watching YouTube videos when I should just go to sleep. Anyone else? You can tell how tired I am by like how obscure the titles of the videos get. You know what I mean? Like it'll be like 4:30 a.m. I'm clicking on something that's like tribal people trying birria. It's like maybe I should hang it up for the day. Okay. Anyways, you were talking about Ric Flair, dude. That's fucking sick. Yeah, Ric Flair. They call Ric Flair the nature boy because he's decomposing. Yes, Rick. Yes. I turned into James Demon. All right, guys, that's my time. Thank you so much.
Let's give it up for Michael, everybody. In the hall at Ryan Lichten. On deck, Beth Greenman. But coming to the stage now is Keith Kelly, everybody.
All right, thanks. So I just got kicked out of my karate class. Teacher's saying I'm too aggressive. I'm like, these kids can't hang, telling them to sign up for violence. Karate, you're gonna get kicked. I was only 6 belts away from black too. I'm like, any of you kids still want to fight? I'm gonna be at the park. No parents. Let's do it. I just got my gym membership revoked too, saying I missed too many payments. I'm like, come on, you know I'm good for it. Like, let me just come in and take showers then. And they're like, no, you gotta return the dumbbells you took too. I'm like, man, you're gonna have to come find me for those. Mine now. So I'm not dating. It's just too expensive for me. Like, last time I went on a date with a girl, she ordered the most expensive thing on the menu. And I'm like, man, good thing we just came to Starbucks. Red flag right there. I had to ask her to chip in. I'm like, hey, I'm not trying to use all my gift card. I just took an IQ test. It said I got an 80 IQ, meaning technically that means I'm handicapped. I'm like, well, you obviously never seen me shoot hoops. But I'm like, fine, if that's the case, I'm gonna start parking in handicap spots. Like, people are like, oh, you can't park in a handicap. I'm like, I got an 80 IQ. Like, if I parked anywhere else, I get lost. Just want to go back to all my old teachers and be like, see, I wasn't even supposed to be in your class. Supposed to be on the short bus the whole time. What? I was playing a little tic-tac-toe. I don't know, man. I was dominating. I just good at that game. Self-taught too. Just come instinctual. People act proud they take the center square first. I'm like, you act like I don't got a strategy for that. I go to these chess tables at the park, just pull out a tic-tac-toe sheet. I'm like, all right, which one of y'all want to play a real game? All right, thanks.
Let's give it up for Keith Kelly, everybody. All right, in the hole, I have Trey Nelson on deck, Ryan Lichter. But coming to the stage now is Miss Beth Greenman.
Always miss, never misses. Hi, everybody. I'm Beth Greenman. I don't own any cats. I'm sorry for false advertising. Okay, I don't want to say too much on the whole Alabama thing because, you know, but I do just want to say this. I feel like if you watch that video and you thought to yourself, But what side would I be on? The white side. There is nothing whiter than watching a violent situation and thinking, okay, but like, how do I factor in? We know which side, buddy. Guys, I just had this thought randomly, but social media was like literally created to be able to tell what someone's relationship status is and what gender they're into. And now I have to scroll through someone's Instagram tagged photos to figure out, okay, does she eat pussy and is there a chance she would eat mine? Like, how did we get here? How did it go so very wrong? It was so easy. We had it figured out, and fucking, we lost it. What happened? I just feel like if your Instagram profile isn't telling me whether or not you're gay, why do you have it? Like, what is it for? I make it clear on mine, okay? You want to know what's on my Instagram profile? Front and center, I went to Fall Out Boy both nights. You know what I'm about, okay? I make it very clear. Just a bit of transparency, I feel like, would get us a lot further as a community. I am a national winning cheerleader, which sounds like a joke, and is in a way, but it's true. It is true. I have a national title in this. You can look this up in the Trentonian. I am from Jersey, which is also not a joke, but feels like one. But you know, it is real. For 5 years, I did this shit for 5 years. My life revolved around ponytails and short skirts, and in that sense, not much has changed. That's my time. I've been Beth Greenman. Thanks, guys.
Let's give it up for Beth Greenman, everybody. In the hall, I have Anthony Calderon. On deck, Trey Nelson. But coming to the stage now is Ryan Lichter.
It's LinkedIn, but I have shitty handwriting.
You do.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you can't read. I don't know. So here's the thing. Your host was talking about sex work, and unfortunately, well, maybe fortunately, I don't know, but women definitely have the upper hand in that shit than the men do. Because several years ago, believe it or not, I was handsome, and I was cute, and I allowed a weird old dad to massage my body for $60. $60 went a lot further back then. Yeah, I threw in the letting him suck my dick for free because I was terrified of this man. And I was like, I'm in too deep. Let him just do it. And then I came, and then a lot of questions. Anyways, but making money's hard, folks. You know, I just got my EBT card in the mail today. Anyone else kind of trying to shortchange the government a little bit, even more than we just did? Well, my EBT card. So I was looking it up. I was like, where can I use EBT? And I found out you can use that shit at Taco Bell, which I think is not right at all, because the only thing worse than a poor person is a fat poor person that needs to use your bathroom. Yeah, let that sink in, you know, just like the Taco Bell you probably had to eat on your way here, because we're all fucking broke. But also, a lot of guys coming up here, we're talking about Power Rangers, and they're like, oh yeah, the Green Ranger. Lest we forget that the Green Ranger became the White Power Ranger. Someone had to say it, and it was me. White Power Ranger. No cameras allowed, right? All right. just making sure. Anyways, did anyone else, you know, like I've been reminiscing a lot on my childhood because growing up sucks. It's awful. Summer doesn't mean anything anymore the older you get. I still like all the summer activities like water fights and barbecues and pissing in the pool, which we've all done and we will do again. But I also, like, real quick, shitting in the pool shouldn't be looked down upon either, because all you have to do is just scoop it out like a bee. But, or I could, you know, dead bee in the pool. But, no, I had a killer 9/11. I was in class, 7th grade, and I walked in, and the teacher said, this is the biggest tragedy we've ever had. We're just going to watch the TV. Everyone has to be quiet. Went way over my head, and I look over at the girl across from me on my table. She's crying. And I say, like, why are you crying? And she's like, well, those people that died. I was like, yeah, but we're not doing shit all day in class. Every class, we're just gonna be watching TV. Anyway, yeah, happy 9/11, whenever you have one, if you ever do. And my name is Ryan Lichter.
Let's give it up for Mr. Lichter. Apparently, you need to take lessons from me about how to be a better hooker. Okay. In the hall, I have Shiloh. On deck is Anthony Calderon. But coming to the stage now is Trey Nelson.
I personally had a great 9/11. My parents hugged me more. It was a nice change of pace. I started an Etsy shop selling goatees to kids with terminal illnesses. Mainly just so they have something else to talk about. Like, we get it, you're sick. Let's see. A little bit about me. I'm gullible and pretty easily impressionable. So I'm always on the lookout for cults and certain multi-level marketing schemes. I'm their white whale. Like, I'll watch documentaries about that shit, and I'm like, yep, they would have got me on that one. Sweet. I've developed a bit of a nasty gambling addiction. Every morning, just playing Russian roulette. I keep winning. I'm just doing it in the mirror. It's just me. Sometimes I don't even spin the barrel. Still winning here. All right, that one didn't work. I'm mad when people get mad at you for doing good things. I had a friend, he asked me to help build a ramp for his dad. He was just in an accident, so he's in a wheelchair. I said, absolutely, I'd be happy to. Turns out he wanted a wheelchair ramp. I built him a sick-ass half-pipe. He's like, Trey, how the fuck's he supposed to get into the house? I'm like, I think you should be asking, how is he getting such wicked air right now? He's got the ramp. He can just ramp into the house. That was okay. Let's see. Ooh, I'm really happy that ketamine's becoming popular, just so everybody can know how sad horses really are. Oh, it helps my anxiety. It's hard to find a job that pays the rent out here in Los Angeles. I found a job. I've just been throwing car batteries into the ocean. I don't think I work for good people. No, I don't have enough time to get into that. Fiddle snatch. All right. My name's Trey Nelson. Thank you very much.
Let's give it up for Trey Nelson. All right, in the hall I have Sam Pirro. On deck is Shiloh, but coming to the stage now is Mr. Anthony Calderon.
Hello, hi, how are you? Yeah. Give it up for your host. You guys hosting some fucking hard fucking gig, even if you just have to stand in the back and fucking say it in the microphone. I hate hosting. I've hosted a lot of shows. You guys don't like hosting at all. I don't like hosting because inevitably at the end of the night, the list of comics is going to end up in your pocket, right? You're going to be driving home, right? And then you get into a car accident and the police are going to have to go through your pockets. Just going to be a list of people just fucking crossed out. Just like, cops are going to just be like, yeah, we got the fucking murderer, man. We got the comedian murderer. Fucking right here on Sepulveda. So what's up, you guys? You guys are doing good? I like that phrase, what's up? You know what I mean? It's good, because it's like, what's up? Right? Actually, I don't like it because I forgot the punchline. So, I've been to New York one time, you guys. I didn't like it that much. People are very aggressive in New York. I'm not an aggressive guy. I'm a pretty nice person. Case in point, I was in New York. I was trying to walk across the street, and there was a guy trying to take a right as I was walking across. And he said this to me. He said, Yo! Get the fuck out of the way, you fucking chooch! What's a chooch, you guys? I had no idea. From the West Coast, so I just did what I thought I should do. I just walked across the rest of the street like this. Chooch. First time I ever got punched in the face on the street, you guys. Wasn't fun, but it was an experience. I suffer. That's what I'm trying to say, you guys. I suffer. Oh, there's the light. God damn it. Have I been running it? Do I have?
No.
Okay, amazing. I suffer from an autoimmune disease called alopecia, you guys. And I know I have a lot of hair right now, but it comes and goes when it wants to. And I wasn't prepared. Wasn't prepared for it to happen the first time it happened. I was 27. Wasn't prepared to look like a dehydrated Vin Diesel at all. And that's it. I hate myself. You guys also, as much as you might hate me. My name is Antonio Rodolfo Calderon. Thank you so much.
Let's give it up for Anthony Calderoni, everybody. In the whole lab, Jeremy Talamantis. On deck, Sam Piro. But coming to the stage now is Shiloh.
Thank you, Peter. Peter's the only person that clap for me. How y'all doing tonight? Y'all all right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I feel like run this. Hey, you know how like at school we used to have free dress day? You used to wear jeans and shit like that. I always wondered, do prostitutes get like free dress day type shit? Like, cause I seen one like on the side. She had pajamas on. I'm like, what kind of shit is this? She ain't even trying at this point. She just said, fuck it. You know? Somebody want that rollover bed special today. Like, damn, there she go right there, dog. Like, ah. I seen a 600-pound prostitute one day. I was like, yo, get your life together, dog. You say, where they gonna put your ass at? Now that I think about it, like, he gotta get out the car and hit that shit from the back or some shit. Like, you can't. I don't know, I'm being a dogs. I think dudes with micro penises, they the ones who say G. Williger and shit like that. Like, that's who the creators are. Ain't that right, Peter? Niggas say G. Williger. It's like, what? That's where serial killers come from, bro. That's what they be saying and shit. Like, hey, did you know after like a serial killer kills somebody, like they come back to the crime scene, like they body and they, you know what? Like it'd be a whole crime scene. Everybody out there like, damn, this shit really happened. And he pull up like, damn, what the fuck happened out here, dog? And I'm like, yo, they just killed Mr. Johnson. G. Williger, it's not Mr. Johnson. You just bodied Mr. Johnson. What the fuck? How you doing, dog? I like your get down right here, man. Like you was disco dancing for this shit. Like, I fuck with it. You, what do you like? What do you do for work, man? I like this. PR. You PR? Like for what? Like Donald Trump or some shit? Like for who? People want to be in the news? Okay, I'll fuck with it. I wanted a job. Well, I do kind of need a job because I do Uber Eats. I think I'm gonna get fired from that shit here in a minute because like I be like holding their food for hours and shit, hoping they cancel it and shit, but nobody ever cancels. Nobody ever cancels at all, and I be like, fuck. Like I be really a block over from their house, just sitting down like, damn, ain't nobody canceled yet, dog. Like I done turned my location off, like they still waiting on the food. Fuck, there's some prime ramen in the car. God damn. And then they call and shit like, hey, I don't know if you got stuck in traffic. I'm like, yeah, it was a wreck on the highway. Like, it's fucked up out here right now. Oh my God, it's fucked up. I be putting like Shark Tales on, watching movies and shit while I'm driving and shit. Like, damn. I don't know. I always wondered, like, you know how we got gangs and stuff, right? Like, what if it was a gang, like, little dicks versus the big dicks? Like, that shit'd be crazy, man. I thought about this shit when I was drunk as fuck. But I was like, yo, dog, the LDG versus the BDG gang. Like, that'd be fucked up, dog. Like, Peter, somebody rolled up to me right now, like, who you representing? You be like, LDG, homie. What is that? Little dick gang, dog. Like, what the fuck? All right, y'all. My name is Skylo. Thank
Listen
y'all.
to it if it's too soon, but I know you
Let's give it up for Shiloh, everybody, and the Big Dick Gang. All right. On deck, I have Ari Littman Weinberg. In the hole, I have Ari. On deck is Jeremy Talamantes. But coming to the stage now is Sam Piro, everybody.
Yeah, silence. This is good. Start off good. Lord knows I need it. Silence. I don't know. Fuck yeah. I just imagine Skylo. I mean, he says this a lot, but like being on an Uber Eats order and coming here to do stand up, but then he's on the phone with the customer and he doesn't know it, and he's just on a speaker, and you just hear him say, "I caught a girl a necrophiliac." You know, it doesn't even fucking. Why did I do that? None of y'all know that joke. It's his joke. Fuck, and it sucked anyways because I was not confident. Fuck yeah. All right, silence would be good right now. We'll just take a moment of silence. Fuck it. I don't know. Sex is weird, I guess. Sex is weird if you have it. It's weird if you have it. I don't know. Girls, I don't have to worry about getting a girl wet at all before sex. I sweat a lot. All right. Fuck it. This sucks. Was that a good joke? Did y'all even hear the joke? The two audience? All right. They're just stuck on the first part. They're like, oh, fuck, that was horrible. God damn it. I gotta stop doing this stand-up comedy. I don't know. I'm trying to date right now. I was texting this girl, and we were just talking back and forth. We're having a decent conversation. I asked her, I was like, what are your boundaries? And she was like, stop contacting me. Nice. Host on the mic laughing, always good. Always good. Fuck it, the hell. Damn, this sucks. I don't mean to do this, I really don't, it's just panic. Oh yeah, the other day, I was at a place, and some girl, she came up to me and she was like, cool shoes. And I was like, thanks. I got them from the Holocaust Museum. Nice. Did I just hear an ugh? An ugh? I mean, I get it. It's not a tasteful joke, but hey, this is fucking stand-up comedy. Good Lord. Ugh. You tell a joke. You tell a good joke about the Jews, the dead Jews. You do that. You see how hard it is to tell a joke about dead people. It's not easy. Yeah, we're just going to end it on that fucking silent fucking bullshit. All right, bye.
Let's give it up for Sam Pyro. All right, on deck of China. I'm sorry, in the hole, China. On deck is Ari Littman Weinberg, but coming to the stage now is Jeremy Talamantes.
Yes, that was art. That's what that was. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that you can just argue, like, stand-up's an art form, I guess. You can just... He was saying it sucked, but I'm like, I love watching him squirm. That was fucking beautiful. Just watch a man be crushed by life, that's art. That's beauty, dude. There's beauty in the bomb, you know? That was nice, man. I love it. I love that art is so subjective. You can just be like, that's not art. That's what I do all the time. That's mostly what I do. And if someone says it's not art, then I'm like, it is art, okay? It's all bullshit anyways, right? It's lies, dude. That's not a fucking cigar. It's a painting of a cigar, you fucking liar. If you're an artist, you're a piece of shit. You're a liar. Sam was right, dude. It was a, piece of shit and a jerk, you know? It's the worst thing. I love going to museums, man. Just being like, my 5-year-old could do that. Like, really? It's like a sculpture, you know? I don't even have kids. I just like saying it. That? I could do better, you know? And then I throw a soup can on it because I care about the planet, you know? You see those protests? People just throwing fucking, like, soups at That's beautiful, man. It's interactive. That's the way art should be. Art should be interactive, dude. Let me hump a painting, all right? She's going to surround me with titties and I can't do nothing? There's like a red velvet rope and a little man holding me back. That's why I like graffiti, dude. That's an art museum, whether you like it or not. You're gonna fucking take this. It's art, man. I love it, dude. I live by a guy who sucks at tagging, but he does not give up. It's kind of beautiful to watch. That's my favorite graffiti. It's like, wow, you risked your life for that? Yikes, man. These are the only 2 walls in Los Angeles that aren't tagged also. Keep it going for the walls. That's the only reading I do these days, honestly. I gotta get back into books and shit, but I go for walks. I'm like, the Norteños and the Serenos, so much tension. That's what I love in a book. That's what you want in a story, dude. Big dick gang, little dick gang. It's like Skylar was talking about, man. They live in my neighborhood. I'm fucking being extorted by little dicked, gangsters, stupid pimps. Get out of here. Shoot. Gotta make room for the people huffing whippets. That's what I gotta do. Whiffits. Smoking their whippets. That's fun, man. That's cool, dude. It makes you feel like a squashed bug. It's fun, man. Do it. Just do drugs. I don't know. Drugs aren't cool. You are, right? When you're on them. Jeremy Talmontes, have a good night. Thank you.
All right, let's give it up for Mr. Jeremy. In the hole left, Katie Baker. On deck is China, but coming to the stage now is Ari Littman-Weinberg.
Yo, how you guys doing? Yeah, give it up for Mimi, she's great. All right, so, do you guys think we should retire the letter X? Okay, because it used to be like a Roman numeral, and then, Stan Lee used it for a couple of years because Malcolm X used it, which was cool. For a minute, Muhammad Ali was Cassius X after he was Cassius Clay. That was cool. And then the Fast and the Furious started to take it, and I got concerned. And now Elon Musk is using it to, promote a fight between him and the inventor of Facebook. Does that make you guys, feel like it was, it's like Popeye versus Bugs Bunny? Like reality is gonna break just because of all of the scientists that are working for these guys? I feel like they're gonna create some Iron Man tech and then we're all gonna be dead. That's interesting. So I'm adopted, and yes, I'm gonna explain it. Being adopted, it's kind of like being Mowgli and getting raised by wolves. All right, so I'm Jewish, but I'm atheist Jewish. I eat bacon and stuff. And my birth parents are Hispanic and Puerto Rican, so I'm still a little confused on which jokes I'm supposed to tell. Am I supposed to tell food jokes about bagels or burritos or hair jokes or things like that? I was at Cantor's a little while ago, and this dude was like, "Yeah, man, you gotta get a hairnet. You gotta get a hairnet and it'll save your life." And I was like, what are you talking about? I've never seen this before in my life. And that's because, we all go bald. When you're adopted and you're Jewish, you inherit all of the bad stuff, but you don't inherit any of the money management. So that's fun. I just get to be poor my whole life. But yeah, last thing I'll say here, because I gotta go in a second. My dog passed away a day after my birthday, 3 minutes away from the hospital. And a month later, I lost my grandma. And what I've realized is death is just a way for you to realize how dumb you are compared to the rest of your family members. Yeah. All my family are lawyers, and I'm an actor, so I got more love from the driver of the limo than my family. We just started talking about Nicolas Cage, and I was like, "Did you fucking see The Flash, man?" All right, you know what? That's it. I'll talk about The Flash next time. Thank you, folks. Give it up for me
Thank you,
again.
Ari. Let's give it up for Ari. All right, we're coming to a close tonight for Midnight Madness. In the hole, I have Bazelle. On deck, Katie Katie Baker, but coming to the stage now is China.
What's up, guys? My brother, he's schizophrenic. That's not really, I don't know if that's funny. But he is. And the funny thing about it is like, if you know schizophrenics, they like always think like the government has something to do with it, you know? And that's what he thinks, like he's super into that, like that's where his brain's at. But then when I was hanging out with him, he told me he did a 23andMe. It's like if you were, I don't know, you know, I'm not crazy, you know, but if I was crazy and I thought the government was after me, it's like, why would you give them your DNA? But okay. I like movies. That's a good segue, right? I watched the Barbie movie today. It was cool, it was fun. Like, people need to stop taking movies seriously, you know, like, they're just for fun. You know, I don't know. They take it seriously. But like a couple weeks ago, I watched The Sound of Freedom. And I only saw it because it was free, because some idiot paid for the ticket for me to go see it for free. So I did. I didn't have anything else to do. And I was broke, so I was like, let me watch this movie. Let me go to the movies. It's the truth. Just telling the truth up here. That's not the funny part, guys. That's sad, you know? No. But no, in the movie, right, it's like this single dad, give it up for single dads. You know, I'll finish with this, I promise. So the dad, he's single. He's a dad. No, I'm kidding. His daughter, she could sing, and she's super cute, and she was at the park. This lady approached her at the park and was like, come to my modeling auditions, right? She has a little brother, so that's why this is important that he's a single dad. So he had to take the boy with him to the audition with his sister because he's a single dad. And then he just drops them off there, and the lady is like super interested in the little boy too, but I feel like you need to be objective as a parent and be like, this kid is ugly and not talented. Why does this model agency is interested in them? They must be human traffickers. Okay, I'm working on it. Bye. Thank you.
Let's give it up for China, everybody. And the free dinners and the free movies. I can relate, girl. All right, in the whole Kyle Gridley. On deck is Bazelle, but coming to the stage now is Katie Baker.
Hello, everybody. So I'm a new dog mom. Well, I'm part-time dog mom. I share a dog with my best friend. I used to hate that phrase until I became one, a dog mom. It's really like being a mother. My life is over. I have to feed her and walk her, give her attention, take her to the movies. Well, that's for me. Anybody here have dogs? Anybody have kids? What about cats? Actually, fuck cats. I almost got a cat, and then I heard that if you die, that the cat will eat your face. And I live alone. Who will find me? It would be a catastrophe. I wrote that joke, and then I got cats, 2 of them. One to have my back, and the other one to eat my face, I guess. Dogs have it great these days. They get to eat premium beef. They get to go to walks in strollers. They have dentists. I took my dog to the vet and they told me she still has her baby teeth and they need to be pulled. I said I don't even get to go to the dentist. Fuck that. I'll pull those shits out myself. Okay, guys, I have one more animal joke. Bear with me. Thanks for getting that. No, but the real joke is my dog doesn't listen to me when I reprimand her. She only listens to my friend. And my friend says, Katie, it's all about the tone you use. Too bad I'm monotone. Thank you, guys.
Let's give it up for Katie. All right. Coming up next, we have Kyle Gridley. But coming to the stage now is Bazell. Is Bazell still here? Guys, do we know? Do we know Bazell? Or Bizzle? If not, it's going to be Kyle. Kyle, are you peeing in there? Did you go pee-pee? Come on to the stage.
Thanks. Incredible. Hello, sir. You gonna go pee?
Yay, Kyle!
Hey, good luck in there. Does everything still work right?
So far.
Your prostate? Your prostate? Sometimes that thing gets clogged up. You know what I mean? Gets clogged up in there. The doctors they have to come and laser the crust off. Well, you don't. Come on, Mimi. You've explored a lot of prostates. You stop. You've done a lot to prostates in your day. Please don't be disgusted.
You wish.
Huh? You wish. I don't do anything to my prostate. Okay, I have hemorrhoids and I'm afraid. I'm afraid. It's a lot of blood sometimes. It's true. It's true. It's true. That's the sound I make when someone sticks a finger in my ass. Tight. You guys sexing? You fucking? You fucking and having sex and stuff?
For about 8 years now,
Yeah?
yeah.
You're a celibate, Mimi?
Yep.
Okay. All right then.
It's true.
Yeah. Okay. It's like when Tony Romo quit football to become a commentator. Okay.
I go to open mics. There's nobody here to fuck.
I respect that. I respect that. Yeah. But do you have sex? Yeah?
You would hope. Otherwise, little Jewish boy's gonna cry.
I would hope you have sex. Yes, I'm at home hoping for you. Yeah, I'm having some sex. I'm kind of surprised. You ever find out you're good at sex? You ever just find out you're good at it? I don't know. I feel like I'm being told I'm good at it, and it seems like completely out of character for me. Seems like that's not who I am. But I don't know. You do the move? You know the move where you hook them?
No.
You hook them? You hook them and you go, whoa, 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 whoa. You do that?
A little more complicated. Yeah.
Complicated.
There you go.
I feel like this set was really productive. What about you guys?
I think you just wanted to tell us all that you're fucking.
Yeah, actually, yeah. That's actually. They're really nice, and it's a really nice thing, okay? It's a really nice thing, and it's not disrespectful at all, okay? Thank you. Hey, Mimi.
Hey.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's give it up for Kyle and Midnight Madness. That is our conclusion of this Monday night's edition. Come back tomorrow at midnight. Thank you.
Yo, it's offensive. Tommy Oliver. He also became the Black Racer.